Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think it's that was we were looking at it from the view of what's her name, not
Osha.
May,
Osha.
Osha. So I think it's gonna be like this is gonna be like one of those situations where we get the same story from like different perspectives. You know, we're gonna
Yes.
get May's perspective. We're gonna get Osha. What I can never say Osha or pronounce her name Osha perspective, and then we'll
Osha,
get
Maze,
the Asian Jedi perspective.
Soul.
We're gonna
Yeah.
get different perspectives of what happened that day. So
Exactly. You're gonna get you're dead on. I agree with you 100%. You're gonna get the perspective of all those 4 Jedi that were involved with it, because you see Tobin, who's meditating, has a bunch of scars on his face. You not obviously didn't get them there at that battle, right? But there's a lot that hasn't been said, and there's a lot that there's a lot of mystery still behind who's behind all this, because the whole fires thing, right? Mind you, it was a building complex made out of concrete.
I don't think she started that fire. She didn't start that fire.
I got
She
two
started the
theories.
fire outside. She started the fire outside the door. Now, the
Yeah.
explosions and everything after that, who
I
knows
think
what that
I
was?
think Trinity character did that.
I
Really?
saw
You think she's the
someone
bad?
saying,
The
I
big
think
bad?
she's the bad.
Well,
It's two theories. Go ahead,
go ahead,
DJ.
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Two theories I got is either the Dathomir lady, she's there
Mhm.
because she has a very
Yep.
obvious disdain for the Jedi.
Mhm.
So, and then she wanted to raise the children a little bit more aggressively
Strict.
than the mother, the black lady,
Mhm.
and her and May had a connection.
Mhm.
That's one theory.
Yeah.
Another theory is that Trinity faked her death first. She's not really dead, but she faked her death to try to throw away suspicion. So the Jedi and everybody thinks she's dead when now she can operate freely. And because that her Padawan, he knows something because that girl went right in there. May went right in there, gave him that poison. He didn't try to fight it, and he just drunk it without any kind of fight, any kind of stuff. So I don't know whether the Padawan saw something, knew something. I think, and then Trinity was very quiet during the whole process and stuff. And all we saw was this one Jedi. Where are the other 3 Jedi when all this fire and stuff was going on, destruction? So those are my two theories. More so the first one, I ain't quite got enough information to tie on the second one, but I do believe there's going to be some kind of bait and switch. And if anyone out of the Jedi that are going to do, I don't think it's the Asian guy. I don't think it's a Wookiee. We know it's not the other guy because he killed himself. So I think Trinity could be a possibility of being the Sith.
I think only because I watched a couple. Cause, you know, I don't know the whole backstory of Star Wars, so I've been watching a couple breakdowns to try to fill in my gaps of knowledge and everything.
Right.
And they brought up, I guess in the trailer, you see the Wookiee jumping with lightsaber, and they're theorizing that something happened in between where they came in, the Jedi came in, and the sisters or witches, whatever, that remember how to control the one Padawan that they control the Wookiee to attack the one guy that killed himself. Because you remember, he don't have a scar on, but at the end of the scene when she wakes up on the ship, he has a scar on his face. So they're saying that the Wookiee was controlled by the witches when the Jedi confront them and everything, and a big old fight happened. That's why all the witches are dead.
That's possible.
Interesting take, guys. Interesting.
Yeah,
takes.
like I said, I thoroughly think it's going to be one of those stories where we see perspective of the same story, but viewed from like 4 different vantage points. You know,
well, that's how it began, right? At the
Yeah.
beginning, you got May right at the beginning, and a little bit of Trinity there, and then now you have the backstory of the twins, right, being raised together, and the whole. Man, listen, my main thing with this whole episode is that it completely turned me off is the whole political aspect. I mentioned it on Sunday. The fact that you have the directors going out there preaching about this, admitting that they know nothing, admitting that this is going to be the gayest Star Wars ever. You know,
they admitted that.
Well, yeah.
But
they said it straight out. This is going to be the
counterpoint
gayest Star Wars ever. That's what
I
they
saw
said.
people complaining about. Oh, it's all female and there's no dad. Well,
send me that clip.
No one was crying when the Amazonians had their island full of women with Wonder Woman. You know, no one was crying about that. So on that point, I didn't like the episode not because of don't get me wrong. This episode to me was I had problems with episodes, mainly with the two girls. Bless their hearts, the girl or whatever.
The acting was terrible.
Horrible writing and acting. That would turn me off. That whole they have two kids but there's no father thing, that didn't bother me at all. It's all women, that didn't bother me at all. So everybody was talking about, this is gonna be the one that blah blah blah. That to me was mute on this. I thought it was bad writing. Whoever directed or wrote the episode was horrible.
Yeah.
The director got one name I've never heard before. Yeah. I don't know anything about her. It's some kind of crazy.
I just felt like because those were twin girls, right? Not the same girl, right?
Yeah, they're supposed to be twins. They obviously they don't look the same.
They're fraternal twins.
Yeah, fraternal. Yeah, probably fraternal twins. I just thought the one girl who played Osha, whatever, her acting was just so flat and just so annoying. And I don't know, I hated her character, honestly. She was getting on my nerves the whole episode.
Yeah.
Like, your mom says, stay behind everybody. What are you first thing you do? Hi, guys.
Exactly, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
But that's
lying your test.
But that's the thing, right?
Like...
the writing was terrible.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't make any sense. Like,
and then if you were trying to hide your kid from those people, you wouldn't tell them nothing about Jedi. This girl knew all about the Jedi.
Yeah.
She wanted to be there. Yeah. She was intrigued. She wasn't scared of them at all.
Right.
So
you would hide them, their existence from them, right?
And their whole like bickering to me was just not natural.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like it was like it was forced. Like, stop it! Like when they were doing a little ceremony and they're in the background, I'm like,
pay attention,
shut up. Yeah.
Pay attention.
Very, very annoying.
Yeah.
Oh, it was actually May. That was it was Osha.
Yeah,
Osha was a
Osha was I like May. I like May more.
Osha's a good one. May is the bad one.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually like May more in this,
Yeah,
I didn't like May when she went crazy. Well, I'm gonna kill you. I'm like, whoa.
They're saying that she might be controlled by, like she was being controlled. So I don't know what's going on. Yeah.
Well, if the Jedi know where they were, then what doesn't say that the dark side Sith whatever doesn't know where they were. Right. But that's the thing with this whole situation. Like I was saying, the acting was terrible. It's like for the part there where it says, oh, we don't wish violence. We don't use violence. But then she possesses the fucking guy.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's what I'm telling you. That's so bad.
But that's not violent.
It's still, you take
really, Danny. It's not violent. Yeah. You're possessing a body and it's not violent.
But she didn't use the. Okay. It's like, for instance, if Magneto was use somebody in. Uses power. Just hold them. Now, that's not violent, but ripping out the adamantium, that is violent.
Fine. So, no, you're not taking our children. We're not going to let you test them. And then, okay, fine, we're going to let you test them. Like all that dialogue back and forth ended up in them doing to what the Jedi wanted, and it's so bad. It was just so bad.
I think that was.
And then the whole thing when she's like, "Do you accept this?" Blah blah. I do. I'm like, oh, come on.
What was really bad was them giving these kids that much power to make a decision for themselves.
And this scene right here. In this scene right here, they're misbehaving. They get inside. Oh, you're not going to get ice cream. So they have the good cop, bad cop mom. Yeah. But not only that, it's spice cream. Spice is
spice drugs. I thought so. Yeah.
They're pushing drugs on children. It's like, what?
Don't get me wrong. The Jedi are the biggest hypocrites in this. If you ask me, you can't train children, but give me your children.
Exactly.
So we can train them.
Like what?
What you guys are practicing is dark and evil, but
give me your kids. Taking your children. Train them my way.
They made a Jedi look very, not a good look.
Let me get to the chat, guys. Let's see what the chat has. The Jedi, Shifty says, Jedis were assholes of the prequels. Well, guess what? They're being assholes now here too. I think Jones says, I'm not a Star Wars nut, but why don't Disney stop having different producers on each Star Wars property?
I never understood
just get two directors to produce the film and the TV shows to make everything consistent. Yeah.
Not even that, like each episode sometimes is a different writer or like,
because Kathleen Kennedy is trying, it appears that she has some kind of agenda to secretly destroy Star Wars, and she has the power to do so. So they should. If it was me, if I was Bob Iger, I'd be like, look, Kathleen, Go do something over here. Do Indiana, Raiders of the Lost Ark 10, whatever.
Yeah.
Leave Star Wars alone to Dave Filoni and John Favreau. Let them boys do it. But like he don't have the cojones, the balls, whatever acronym you want to use, whatever. He don't have it. I don't know. I don't understand her power unless he has dirt on somebody. But that's what he got to do. Bob Iger to me is truly the Sith Lord because he is letting her single-handedly destroy, letting her run amok.
I would say more her, but yeah, you're right.
It's like
he's the guy on top.
I didn't like the episode because of the quote unquote wokeness of it. I hated it because it was just bad writing.
Yeah, 100%.
And not saying I just felt like it was just like so flat. Like I was literally kind of bored.
It sucked. It was bad.
The only thing that got me hooked in this show, I'm going to continue to watch. I want to find out who is that Sith Lord.
Yeah, that's my curiosity. I want to know. And to me, like I feel like they played their hand too soon with the whole "it's my twin" thing. Like I felt like she should have been masked the whole time. Like to me, like, you played your hand with the twin thing. Like keep her masked the whole time. Then we find out, oh, she has a twin. You know, like episode 4 or 5. Then we find out.
Well, let me just ask Austin this. You didn't watch it, did you, Austin?
No, I did not watch it.
I figured.
I did not watch it, and I will not watch it.
Yeah, well, I don't blame you. There's a lot of people like that. There's a lot of people like that. I respect that.
This is all we got. Like
no, the boys come on tomorrow.
We got boys are coming on.
Boys tomorrow.
No, I'm talking about like if you watch New Jack City and he at the end G Money and Nino Brown on top, we all we got, man. We all we got. This is all we got. This is all we got for Star Wars. So, I mean,
take what you get right. I
gotta watch it.
My God, man. All I'm saying is, Alejandro says, like Obi-Wan said, from a certain point of view, like a lot of certain point of views on this episode, you know, we're just like, people.
They're saying episode 5 is
to hope, bro. Like
they're saying episode 5 is a big thing. So hopefully, I don't know, but I'm keeping my bar set low.
I like the fighting that they got in here. So, and I saw the clip with the 15 and 20 lightsabers. So hey, I'm looking forward to it.
And also, I'm curious about the Jedi, the Wookiee Jedi. I want to know more of his.
Was it shaved head?
No, I know. Well, he was younger back then, so maybe
he walked in like a boss up boy. He's like,
and the kids just came out.
Yeah, he's like, hey, you back there? Come on, I smell you. I smell you back there.
Shifty says the white Dathomirian wasn't one of the dead. She may be the big bad. That's what I said in the beginning.
I think she's the
that's what I said. I said one of the moms is probably the one of, not the big bad, but the one pushing and manipulating the strings. I think there's a bigger big bad besides
she was more on May,
the one in that helmet.
May side with everything. Yeah.
I believe this. I just don't believe Trinity seemed pretty strong. Professional fighter. I just don't see her getting killed that easily. And people say, like, well, she took away her trying to say the other guy.
I think she's dead, honestly.
I don't know. Those are my two theories.
DQ, but I believe you're right with this. DQ says the thread thing could be a reference to the Greek mythology, the 3 goddesses of destiny. Right in. Yeah, make sure to hit that like, guys. Hasbro, I think, released 2 lines of Acolyte toys, and neither includes Jedi Wookiee. That's dumb.
Yeah.
All designed to forget about the Skywalkers.
Man, this is
they're breaking us down, baby. They are. Shifty says they admitted it would be the gayest Star Wars ever, and a fun end of interview question that the internet clipped and blew it up. But you see,
it wasn't really that gay though. It's all women. I mean,
well, there was the whole part. But see, if they would just keep their mouth shut and write a great story, that whole scene where you see them
talk about how
about the kids,
when she's like, I carried them, but I created them. That scene, whatever.
Well, they're in the threshold. I think right here. This scene right here.
When he touches her,
right. This scene right here, right.
She said, "Speak your mind." And she's gonna grab her chin.
So
that didn't bother me. I was like, "Is that everybody complaining about?"
That doesn't bother me. But the fact that they're in those interviews, saying everything they're saying, jokingly or not jokingly, and she's gone on many interviews where she says, I will put anything gay in anything I do. She said it straight out.
Kathleen Kennedy said that?
No, the director, I forgot her name.
Because maybe that's her lifestyle in real life.
Yeah, but yeah, she is lesbian in real life.
But here's my
But
thing: don't just
just
do it.
do-
Don't
Just,
just do it.
exactly. But the fact that she's out there in today's world, listen, guys, that's a reality. Everything that's pride is being pushed down through every avenue, everywhere. They're painting it on the
It's
streets.
called Conganada. Conganada is her name.
Okay,
Koganada.
Who?
That's her name.
Oh.
All right.
Koganada.
So if they would just do the story, then a lot of people would have not. They might have had issues with this, depending on your beliefs, which is fine. But the fact that they're out there throwing it every single interview and talking about it in every single interview, we don't want to hear about it. We just want a great story, which this one just definitely did not come out.
I didn't care about her arrest. I knew it was like the little girl getting on my nerves the whole show.
Oh, damn right, man.
I forgot all about the kid that whatever. That didn't even bother me. I was like,
hey, he's a man. Koganada's a man. It ain't even a woman.
No, that's not that. It's the no, not the director. It's the main producer of the show, the Acolyte.
Yeah,
who wrote the show. The writer. It's forgot her name.
This scene right here was so annoying to me. I was just like,
yeah,
Jesus Christ, like,
yeah, it's like, you know,
I'm trying to focus on what the mom is saying about the ceremony.
Let me play devil's advocate. Like when these black directors, whatever, come out and they talk about inclusion with blacks and stuff on these theaters and stuff in different movies, and the exclusion of black and this, that, and the other. What's the difference if someone that lives that lifestyle is taking the same approach?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Yeah.
It depends on moral belief. That's a difference.
Well, you can say that taking back 60 years ago, we say the same argument about interracial dating.
True, but it's still.
I mean, I don't agree with it. Just like I'm sure,
right?
Same way we don't agree with it, that lifestyle. I'm sure racists don't believe in a movie that's predominantly. I definitely don't agree with the lifestyle, but it doesn't. Seeing it doesn't make me instantly have disdain for the product.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people, times they see it, boom, 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 boom. That's they go to argument. Unfortunately, some white people may have felt the same way when blacks start getting more inclusive. Some other people, when they see Hispanics, they might feel the same way. Other people, when they see Asians. So that just the fact that I'm seeing it and it's being like you said, shoved down our throats, so to speak. It still is two things. It's still not going to cause me to instantly have disdain for the product, and two, it's not going to change my belief system one iota. I'm still going to believe
that's
you
great.
live that lifestyle and you die, there's a place for you in hell.
That scene to me isn't shoving it down my throat.
It isn't.
It's a beat, and I move on from it. That's not shoving it down my throat.
That is fine. Yeah, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that a lot of people have issues with it because of everything that's being said, and I'm annoyed with it. I'm annoyed with all, like, if you see all those interviews, if you go back and watch every single interview, every promo,
I hear what you're saying.
For God's sake,
I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Yep.
I know black actors have said the same thing about this black movie and this black cast and this and this and I like Black Pride, which I'm for because hey, I'm Wakanda through and through.
Wakanda forever.
But it may annoy other people, I guess, that had the same, but just the fact because they are portraying this a lot, it's kind of like to me next better up.
Yeah,
it's like I've said this plenty of times, and I said it before. Gay, lesbian, all that stuff is part of our society now. You're going to see it more frequently in mainstream stuff now. It's not like it was 20 years ago. So you just got to get used to it. I get your point where you're like, oh, it's being shoved down our faces, in our throats and everything. But I have internal turmoil because it's like we could say the same thing about previous stuff throughout history, whether it be, gay and straight stuff, Go back, 50, 60 years ago, interracial dating, like Dan was talking about, Black civil rights stuff, Hispanic, Asian stuff. So it's just now it's their turn for them trying to get their recognition.
Their shine.
Yep.
Good point. I can't argue that. But
I go back to when Star Trek happened, when what's her name kissed William Shatner. Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
That's basically no way
that should happen.
That's you take that, that's basically the same, thing nowadays with gay stuff.
Yeah.
See, but okay. See, DQ says a child indoctrination.
Well, back then they were saying, "Oh, they're eliminating the white race." It's the same concept. It's just it's painting a different brushstroke now.
I agree with you on that one, DJ.
Yes and no. One's like,
and there was really is like, this is constructive criticism. I'm about to say, you being a father of two girls, I would thought you'd be more on board of these women kind of taking the lead, and you doubling down.
It depends on the story. It depends how it's done. I've always said this. Like, I get, in the past, women have been, ridiculed in certain roles and stuff like that. And it all depends what it is, like how it's written.
I agree. Like,
and
it's also I would say it's also pandering.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Like, I don't like when, like, matter of fact, watch the Daily Show with, Jon Stewart this past week. He goes in on all the business pandering about Pride Month and everything. He makes some good valid points. If you watch that clip, I don't like the pandering of taking, Pride Month. Juneteenth is coming up. You'll see all the business promoting that. That, to me, I have a problem with, because you're just doing it for profit. You're not doing it for social reasons, for civil rights reasons, anything. You're just trying to make a profit off of it. That's when I have a problem with it.
Yeah.
Chill says Iger is blackmailed.
I don't necessarily have a problem with the pandering to a certain extent, because
to a certain extent, yeah, you want recognition, yeah.
As long as they're doing it legally, and then my main thing come back to this: you don't have to watch it. We all got
100%.
We all got remote control. We all got the power button to click off of this.
Right. If it bothers you that much, just turn it off.
Yeah, and that's what I do, man. I'm telling you, if it wasn't for y'all, Rob Storm, Anzo, I don't know if I even be on YouTube, man, because it doesn't matter to me anymore like it once did.
Yeah,
I come on here, hang out with y'all, man, have a good conversation without going on an echo chamber or
exactly.
Get to defend every point you make, and it gets heated. I ain't got time for all that. The real world is happening. This right here.
100%.
Well, you said, Danny, it's real life.
There's real life outside of this,
right, bro. I mean, it's cool. It's cool to talk about this.
Yeah,
and with guys, with fellow geeks and stuff. But I'm telling you, I'm not exaggerating. My last point. As soon as I click off this bad boy, I'm back in the real world. I don't.
Yeah. You don't think about it more. You don't linger on it. But you see what you just said about the real world, right? I think this is where it comes from too, where a lot of people are getting fed up about it. It's about the real world situation regarding these agendas and what they're trying to do, right? So when you hear the producers and all that voicing their beliefs this way, which is fine, but the fact that we're getting it bombarded so much outside in the real world and laws being broken down, which are some ridiculous laws, like for California, for example, and people are leaving that state like left and right because of those ridiculous laws, giving them, leeway for basically getting away with freaking, some pedophilia even, right? Like, you can have a transgender man go out with a 12-year-old, but because it's their sexual orientation and mentality, they won't get criminalized.
I ain't heard about it.
Dude, it's crazy. It's crazy. So a lot of these people are just fed up. So when you want to go and escape from that to your, once a favorite IP, and then you have that, people preaching what they're preaching. They're just tired of it. And like Danny says, and like we all say, if you don't like it, don't watch it, right? And just let it be. But some people are taking a stand and they're, throwing it out there, and they're standing up for what they believe in, and demonstrating, which it's their right to do, that they're pissed off that Disney has freaking set fire to this IP, and it's not the Star Wars that we used to know at all. And that's my 2 cents on that. That's why people are so freaking fed up.
Hey, that's my
But
line.
I also feel
Yeah.
like you have to be
Don't be stealing my line, bro.
progressive in life. Like life isn't stagnant. Life is always changing and evolving. And if you don't evolve, you're going to be extinct. Honestly,
Hey, Sin.
For example, like I see people complaining about the new Disney attraction, how they changed Splash Mountain. Like I don't see a problem with what they did to it. They modernized it. They took a Disney property that fits to that style, but people are complaining because it's not the same thing it was for the past 70 years or however long Disney's been around. Like if that was the case, then why have any of the new modern stuff at Disney World? If you're so concerned about changing stuff, things are going to change regardless of how you like it or not, and like it's either you evolve or you don't. And I'm saying you ain't gotta like it, but and change is never easy. I mean, it's not easy. It's growing pains to it and everything. But like I said, I go back, things were different,
Yeah.
Danny, how old are you, Danny?
53.
Yeah, so 40 years ago, a whole different world it was now,
Yeah. I get a lot of criticism for this because this will only fit the United States. The Constitution was written 400 or 500 years ago,
roughly.
You can't tell me that doesn't need some updating, modification, tweaking.
That's why they've had amendments over the years.
Because you try to do that now, man, they're ready to to put you in the psych ward and key and all kind of crazy stuff. But it's like DJ said, growing pains, things are going to evolve, evolution is going to happen. Now, and I'm going to get to my road to wisdom mode for like 30 seconds. Look,
go ahead, man.
Look, if you're
it was a great stream today, by the way.
Thank you. If you're a Christian, you got to pray, bro. Back then, when David faced Goliath, he had a slingshot. Our slingshot is prayer. Our rock is faith. You got to do that. And people not doing that. They got more people on these channels that's upset about Star Wars, and they don't give a damn about their spiritual health. So,
even not even just a spiritual, like just being a decency, a good person, to the next person.
But Danny, you saying spiritually, right? Isn't this go against what is
it does, but
spiritually taught?
It does. This definitely goes with the homosexual part of Solomon and Gomorrah. If you watch my shows,
but not the hate. The hate part doesn't go.
I call it Solomon and Gomorrah 2.0. Okay. And what we get fooled in my opinion, is that people think that one sin is greater than the other. All of it is sin. But the reason why we stuck on this one so bad, because like you said, it's thrown in our face. But at the end of the day, if you got a strong spiritual relationship with God, which I do, this stuff don't bother me. I don't let this shit. I look at it at base value. This is Star Wars, something I love, but this stuff right here, I don't let it penetrate my soul, change my thought process. I watch it for the fact that it is something fake. It's entertaining, but at the end of the day, I know where my beliefs are lie. And this right here don't shake nothing that Danny believes.
Yeah, gotcha. And not being as I'm not as Christian as you, Danny, but I'm the same way. Like it doesn't bother me. I move on. Now they're out there on Star Wars, they're running around with gay pride flags and saying everybody's queer. Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, this is messed up. But it's like, this does not hurt me directly. Like
then if something's too graphic, I won't watch it.
Exactly. Yeah.
If it's too if it goes against too much of what my core belief is, I ain't watching. But Star Wars don't do that, because now if you turn and watch a commercial, you're gonna see
you see
two men.
It's everywhere.
And I'm not getting what's the word? I'm not getting numb to it. I'm aware of it.
Yeah.
But like, nah, that ain't nothing.
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
But it's like I said, the gays, they as people, they have rights, and I have no problem, and they have a right to love who they want to love, be decent human beings,
I've played sports with gay guys.
Yeah,
I showered with in the same like vicinity with other players, and there were gays
I was
showering.
a
with us.
majority of people
We didn't
like
treat
that.
them any differently. I just
Yeah.
told them, there's a 2-second rule. Don't stare at a junk
And
while you're
honestly,
showering. But that was about it.
All the gay people I know,
slap your ass. Good game, guys. Scar.
No,
well,
not in the
honestly,
shower, bro.
back on that note, the gay people I know, like they're all just like, we just want to be normal people. Like, yeah,
Yes.
I have a husband or I have a wife. I just want to live my normal life. That's all they care about.
You are preaching to the choir right now regarding that. I have no issue, none whatsoever.
Honestly, they want the same problem the straight couple has. They can have the same problem the straight couple. I have no problem with that.
It's not, just to touch up what you just said, and we'll move to Chill's comments. What you're saying, I have no issue with. You want to live your life that way, I respect it. It's your life. But once you are looking for affirmation from the rest of society to accept on what you want and what makes you feel better, that's not where it's found. You have to be good with yourself. I feel like they're asking too much for society to accept, that a lot of society doesn't care, but is tired of it being, constantly banged at the door. I have no issue with it. Like I've said it many times. I've had a lot of friends. I did organized sports with homosexuals on my team. I've had lesbian friends. I have no issues with them at all. I just treat them like people. Yeah, and I respect them as people. And that's
when I hang out, it only come up when we hang out. Like, it never comes up in conversation.
Oh man, Eddie Murphy said it. Eddie Murphy said it in Delirious. Hey, after the tennis game, well, I'm gonna have a beer. I'm gonna suck someone's dick. Well, see you later.
And they'll joke about themselves being gay, and they
100%. And
that's all they want it to just be treated as normal.
You can have a problem with it. You just gotta treat it with respect.
Yeah, well, you have a problem, but it's not a problem. It's like, I don't agree with your lifestyle, but I still respect you as a person.
Yeah,
and who you are.
Problem is a synonym of disagree with.
Yeah.
So I mean, what I'm saying, if they ask me, no.
Right.
But if there was a time where I can only speak for Dan. There was a time if I knew you had that lifestyle, I would not talk to you.
Yeah.
I was like, get away from me.
But you grew and evolved, didn't you?
I would use some very derogatory names. Now I can talk to them, interact with them, but I disagree with their lifestyle, but it's still at the same time I gotta treat them the same way I want to be treated, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people disagree with my lifestyle choice when I married a white woman. I know they did,
right?
A lot of it. So, but there's certain things I'm not going to do, and me and my daughter have had certain heated debates about. There's certain things I'm just not going to do because it's against my faith.
Gotcha.
But that's a decision every individual gonna have to make. Yeah. But I'm not going to treat anybody like a leper.
Right.
Because I
circle back.
Like a leper.
I had no problem with the episode on that aspect. That did not bother me at all. It was horrible writing. The movie it sucked. It was horrible writing. I was literally bored the whole time. It was just
like. But it's a double-edged sword, DJ, because it was horrible writing, but it still had me intrigued. A certain element of it, like, and who that's this daggone Sith Lord?
That was like my issue. Like, I wanted more from it. This episode, like, I was like, okay, give me a little bit more. Like, you guys are not giving me, come on, like, let's get to the point. Like,
you got more. You had to pull the thread, DJ. You had to pull the thread.
Yeah,
you had to pull that thread, man. A skin tone is not a lifestyle. That is true.
That's true.
Nothing needs to happen on screen to show that Amdala looks like, but story needs to include lesbian themes, to include the lifestyle stuff you're talking about. And that's what people have issues with. I think you can show representation, but in a nonchalant way, not trying to force feed your audience.
It needs to be natural.
And that's the thing, right? With a lot of what they spoke about outside is like, you can tell that it felt force. Right.
Like the way
I guess because I haven't heard a lot of interviews, so I don't have that.
I didn't need that
negative from it. So yeah.
But it's kind of like the way they did it in Endgame, the Russo brother.
Oh, when he was talking about his
quickly boyfriend? Hit it, went on. It wasn't so dang though.
Yeah.
Shifty says Jedi Bill was so turned off by this episode he changed his name to Outlaw. Are you serious?
Really?
He changed his name?
Damn.
Oh my god.
Dude,
He
it's
did?
being ridiculous.
Austin, he did?
I don't know. I gotta check.
DQ says representation is usually a signal for us to brace ourselves for mediocrity.
I disagree.
With a few
Holy
exceptions.
shit, he did.
He did. Damn that bud, huh? Yeah. That's disgusting. In Tennessee, I hear they're losing child marriage. In Tennessee, I hear they're losing child marriage laws. Missouri too. Child marriage law. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
so there's a lot of old laws on the books that they never been like rectified, like from like long time ago.
Yeah, South Carolina got one like on Sundays. You can go.
You can beat your wife and beat your wife on the courthouse steps.
Yeah, you take a stick.
Like, you can literally take your wife right now in South Carolina to the courthouse steps and beat her on Sunday.
But a stick can be no longer than your middle finger to your elbow.
Yep.
You can say that and wear out.
So I need. It's on my notes. Yeah. Switching off from this topic for right now. Breaking news: Marvel just parted ways with the Blade director yet again.
Again?
The third director.
I thought Marshall Ali.
Again.
Marshall Ali is still there, but the director isn't. So I think they were about to go into production.
That movie's never.
And
happened.
2019.
I love Blade. Like Blade was my favorite character, but like y'all.
Yeah, it's
I read an article today too that
it's not happening.
Netflix was going to produce He-Man, but they canceled it.
The live action one.
The live
at
action.
a certain point, when do we just say, you know what? Maybe it's time to give up on this.
I'm not holding my breath.
Never.
Never.
Well, I can tell you this: how long do we hear about Black Adam?
10 years. 10 years.
Yeah, that definitely changed the hierarchy.
So we'll get Blade in
Marshall Ali might be in a walker by the time it comes out, but hey,
it'd be his son playing it.
And Chill comes in with that whole Splash Mountain topic part from before. Princess Tiana deserves a state-of-the-art attraction. Throwing her on Splash Mountain in flame rage, that could be avoided. Yeah, check out Lorena Crayole's channel. She does all these tours of the parks and everything. Amen. As a Christian, I agree.
She must have spent a ton.
Hey, what's up, Terrence?
Well, she lives down there, doesn't she?
Still, just because you live in Florida, you don't get free admission.
You get a state discount too.
No, I think she has a pass or something. Yeah, it doesn't bother me because I love lesbians. I'm sure you do. Guys, I believe I made the right choice when I stopped watching after episode 1. There's only so many times that I can pay.
But I like the first episode though.
This episode made the first 2 look great. That's all I'm saying.
I'm about to call you out, Terrence. You watched the entire series of Batwoman. Just let that sink in. And this is way better than Batwoman.
Terrence says, Geisker, I have some gay friends, but they know if they try to hit on me, they will end up seeing whatever god they worship early. Hello, David. After saying that, he says, hello, David. Exactly, Danny. What more can we do but to pray and live what we preach? 100%. Stay true to your morals, man. Geisker, I don't care what humans do at all. However, when you try to force some stuff on me in any way, there is a serious problem. Yeah, we all need some spice cream.
I'm gonna force you to watch The Hangout Wednesday nights, 8 p.m.
At T-Virus Terrence, I agree. Geisker, one of my closest friends, is gay. He likes to suck on toes and the sausage, but he is a nice human. Wow. As long as he don't give me the eyes, he won't have a black eye.
Wow.
Like I said, different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
Blade director is done. Yikes. Yep, he is.
I think Blade is done.
Poor actor just canceled this crap.
I feel bad for Marshall Ali because
yes, man.
If he would have got the fighting down, the martial arts, he'd be a cool Blade.
He's a good actor. I mean,
yeah. In the Green Book, I think that's the name of it. The Green Book.
Green Book, yeah, Green Book's a good one.
Man, he was awesome in that.
Yeah,
I didn't like him. I didn't like him.
Moonlight.
No. He played Luke Cage.
Yeah. He played the bad guy. Yeah,
Cottonmouth.
Yeah.
Geisker, I've been telling humans for months they don't care about Blade, nor do they know how to use Blade as a character. His debut was off screen in one of the worst MCU. He's not wrong. Eternals was terrible. But I'd rather watch Eternals than this episode. I'd rather deal with all those, was it 3 hours of Eternals for this one episode?
No. I can't go down that road, bro.
I didn't finish the Marvels and made me throw up. Marvels,
The Marvel was good. The Marvel was decent. That was
I
a
had no
decent
issue
movie.
with the Marvels. Besides the whole singing part.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
That was the
worse
only
movies
part.
than the
That was the only
Marvels.
part.
That's the only part I didn't like.
I could do without.
That was cringe to me. That part was cringe. Yeah.
And the second part, them cats throwing up everybody.
Yeah. And the villain was kind of weak, but to me it was a middle of the road.
There was a lot of pussies in that scene, just like in this episode here.
If they would have had Ronan as the bad character, the main character, it'd been a whole lot better.
Yeah. Shifty says, how are they gonna explain Blade's cameo in Eternals if they don't use him? Will they just toss him in Midnight Suns instead of finally getting his own movie out? Who knows?
I'll take it.
Retconning.
I'll take a Midnight Suns movie, get Ghost Rider back.
Yep.
Marcella knows he can't quit. The movie won't happen without him. He's holding on for us. I agree. Yeah. He's like, I gotta get paid. Danny, I've already told you, because of Batwoman and countless other bad shows, I'm not longer dedicating time to material that I don't like. Hollywood has made me see a therapist.
Speaking of that, this episode felt like a CW show.
I didn't think nothing could crack the mental power of Terrence.
This episode, I'm sorry, for me, this episode didn't feel like Star Wars. It didn't.
Yeah, it felt like a CW show.
Did they do a pep talk in the middle of the episode where one of the characters goes, main character, no, you got to do better, or no, get faster?
Listen,
kind of with the one girl.
Alternator, if you don't got nothing positive to say about this, remain silent.
Okay, I will remain silent.
Remain silent. We trying to talk positivity about Star Wars. You come in wet blanket mode.
You can speak your mind. You can speak your mind. We're just bugging you. Oh man.
Listen, I'm not gonna watch the show, so you know what? I'm not gonna give the show any attention.
Why don't you watch it?
Listen, I just got a lot of other time. I just got, I don't got the time.
Real talk. The first and second episode
are decent. They're decent.
This one right here is definitely worse out of 3. But the first episode, the fight choreography is the best thing I can say for it.
Let's ask this gentleman who's going to join us right now what he thought of the show.
Oh, Jason must be.
Oh, that's the look everybody got to say.
Did you guys say episode 1 and 2 was dope?
No, we said it was decent compared to the third one.
Decent.
Okay.
Come on, Fado. This episode made the other 2 look good.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm going to tell you this. After seeing episode 3, I can honestly say with all my heart, I'm done with Star Wars, bro. I really mean that, bro. I really mean that because I've gave a lot of shows chances. I don't gave more chances than I need to. You know what I mean? Because think about the joint we had before that, Ahsoka. I wasn't feeling Ahsoka. What's the joint we had before that? Boba Fett. I wasn't feeling Boba Fett. Kenobi was supposed to bring it back. That was one of the worst among the group. It's over, man. For me, it's over. I'm not gonna put that on nobody else. I'm just saying, as for me, it's over, bro.
Ahsoka wasn't all that bad. It had some,
I like Ahsoka.
Some bad episodes.
Bro, it still didn't move the needle, though. You know what I mean? Star Wars is supposed to move the needle.
Should give you a wow factor.
Can you remember back in the day when Mother Freakers was outside, sleeping outside the movie theater to see a Star Wars movie?
Ain't no IP that kind of cachet anymore.
Man, that's his end game.
And all honestly, when the Rise of Skywalker was out there was lineups in the theater to go see that. There was lineups in the theaters to go.
But
see
I mean, you remember like when Star Wars was coming out, you took if you were working that day, you took that day off of work. You remember that? You remember that feeling when you knew you was going to get something amazing. But this here, man.
I will agree
honestly,
with Fatal on the TV shows, but I think the next Star Wars movie is going to come out. It's going to have a buzz, and it's going to do good numbers because Star Wars got that cachet.
They don't drop
it's
the
like,
ball
it's like
too
you
long,
say,
man.
when you see that tagline Star Wars or Lucasfilms, it's like a Marvel
I'm
logo.
sure what they're going to do.
People are going to go no matter what.
They're going to play
good or
They're going
bad.
to play a dope clip. Use your word, Fatal J. You're going to see some kind of crazy lightsaber move. Man, I'm going to give it a try. That's how they hook you.
They used to get me like that with, oh, it's a Jedi in this. Oh, it's a lightsaber. But they don't overdid it so much that it ain't appealing. You know what I mean?
Well, they killed the whole effects of a lightsaber.
Everybody asks for it though, Fatal J. Like, oh, we don't get enough lightsaber. We don't get enough this and that. When they give it to you,
well, we're gonna get it in this show. The question is how we're gonna get
the
it.
whip.
Like,
I want to see the whip. That's
I'm gonna tell you, the rise of Skywalker got me when I saw her run through that salt field and she flipped and she cut the wing off her.
That was a dope scene.
I was like, the rise of Skywalker didn't get me when
I'm saying the clip.
I figure they gonna always have a clip that stand out, but the overall story is lacking. It's always whack.
I agree with you with that.
Cause see, I got into Star Wars for the story. And then all the dope stuff came later. All the lightsabers, all the Jedi, all the blasters. But these stories they make you go to sleep, bro.
Here's my question. What's the story that you want? What's the story that you want?
I just want something creative. I don't want you showing me two women in love, but make it organic. You know what I mean? Don't force that on to me because this is Pride Month. And nothing against the Pride people out there, but it's just so.
See, that wasn't my problem episode. This episode is just bad writing.
I mean, it's bad all over, but what I'm saying, stuff like stupid stuff too is standing out too much. Like, for instance, when he handed her the lightsaber, that's a big no-no when it comes to untrained kids.
I thought that was dumb
having
too.
a lightsaber. That's like you putting a gun in a kindergartner's hand. You know what I mean? They just messing the lore up. They messing the story up. I just can't rock with Star Wars no more. It don't seem like it's going to get better.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. And the point I was making about
and I feel you guys when y'all said the kung fu fighting and all that was dope, but that's just where it leaves you, just at that clip right there. You know?
Yeah, what I'm saying, that clip is going to get the people in the. It's going to get some Star Wars fans in the theaters. Is my main point.
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
people just I don't know if people don't have much money no more, or people just saying I just catch it on streaming. But these movies are doing bad in the theaters now, bro.
Yeah,
people not showing up to the theaters like that no more.
Yeah, I'm surprised Bad Boy 4 is doing well.
That's a well-established franchise. That's a well-established franchise. But now you put that movie about 10 years ago, it probably would have been a way bigger movie.
It would have been way bigger.
The thing is with that is that theaters right now after the pandemic, theaters have just been hurting. A lot of
theaters.
The economy right now, people are like you said, Danny, you got a family of 4. You spend $100.
Yeah, it's like this. Am I going to go to the theater or am I going to get some food?
I'm spend $100 at theater or just wait on VOD. Is what, $20 for the whole family watching your living room?
And that's exactly what people are doing. Okay, you get 1,000 movies out in the theater every month, but people are saying, okay, I'll just catch that on streaming and I'll watch one good movie a year.
Yep.
You know,
that's like I'm movies now. I have to really want to see a movie to go to the theaters.
I told myself for sure I'm going to see Deadpool and Wolverine.
That's the next one I'll see in theaters.
But that's where it stops.
What's the last movie you went and saw, Fatal?
Mine was Civil War. That's the last movie I saw in theaters.
Wow.
Yeah. Not Marvel Civil War, the latest Civil War movie.
Y'all guys named some big movies that came out.
The last movie I went and saw in the theaters was Godzilla Times Kong.
That was mine as well.
Okay.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah.
But bro, over the weekend I saw Godzilla -1.
Amazing movie.
And
bro,
right.
Now that's good story.
Oh, yeah.
And the problem, it didn't do good in theater. That's the problem because it was a smaller movie.
I don't think Americans are into Godzilla as much as
They went and saw Kong and King Kong and Godzilla.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah,
that
because
first one did
they're into
good.
Kong.
but
They're
that style of Godzilla is not as popular. They want the big explosions. They want the big fight scenes.
But hey, Austin, I'm gonna tell you what was so cold though. This movie was so good. I was more interested in the humans than the Godzilla scenes.
Mhm.
Now you know that's rare, bro.
I don't know, man.
But
Like,
that's good writing.
That's good writing.
That's
good
good
writing.
writing, bro.
And that's what we
That's
want.
good writing right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where you
Yeah.
create that emotional tie to the people and the story that they were building with, the orphan woman with the baby that's not even hers and
Not
all that.
even hers, bro.
When he got the eject at that plane at the end, I was like, yeah, let's go.
Bro, that last fight scene when all them Japanese got together to fight,
all the tugboats came
and
in, all that stuff.
They knew this was it, or we gonna die.
Yeah.
I said, bro, I almost shed a tear. It was so cold, bro.
It broke a record. It's the #1 movie on Netflix and Apple TV right now.
See, they go to
It's
show
on both platforms.
Mm-hmm.
But they go to show people just want great story.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because think about it, when we were coming up in the 80s and 90s, when a movie hit the movie theater, it was a banger. It was a banger.
Well, also, you didn't have streaming back then, so you had no choice but to go to the theater to see it. Or you waited to go to Blockbuster.
A lot of them back then don't hold up when you watch it now. You watch some movies now, they don't hold up.
Yeah,
but
we
Back
had
to
no
the Future,
choice but to go to theater.
But movies like Back to the Future, those were some bangers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I watched The Last Starfighter about a month ago.
But that's still a cold movie.
I was like, whoa,
that CGI is trash now, but that story will wipe out anything Disney dropping right
now. The CGI was like, whoa, this is Batman 1966 stuff going on here now.
And my primo Fletcher Williams, I Suck at Games channel, says smashing likes with the power of 2.
Can we go back to that real quick?
Just don't pull the thread.
During the chant, who was the one chick going, woo, woo?
She was feeling it, man. She was feeling it. I think her thread was cool, bro.
Yeah, like everybody. I'm like, what is she doing?
I know.
Her thread was cold, man.
I was like, we in church right now, so we get the Holy Ghost over there.
She doing the things all kind of like this.
Yeah.
But what's the deal with these two? Is they trying to make it seem like the Force gave birth to them?
They're doing like the Anakin thing, I think.
Yeah.
They're going that route.
So you know that wipes out Anakin being the chosen one then.
No, I believe it's two different ways. They did this with magic. I believe Palpatine did his with science.
Exactly.
That's the only difference.
Mad science, I say.
Yeah.
Terrence says, guys, many American writers are trash. That's why Godzilla -1 is better film than the American ones. He's not totally wrong because a lot of great stories are coming from India. And Korea, and on the other side of the ocean, man. So,
Bosco, you seen that Indian movie called? It was on Netflix. It was cold too.
Triple H, whatever.
Triple R.
Yeah.
I saw the first hour and a half.
I tell you what,
it's an over the top movie, but I was for that 3 hours. I was on my couch.
I wish I had his kind of skills,
bro.
A baton and go through a whole army of men,
people. Bro, he fought 1,000 dudes
for one guy
by himself, and it looked real, bro.
Yeah.
That's
good. It's not just because of streaming, it's because most of the movies. Yeah, going back to that topic about theaters, where I was saying before about the pandemic, a lot of theaters, there's many theaters that had closed down, and the multiplexes that have like 20 theaters, 15 theaters, they're not opening all their rooms for movies that are coming out now.
They can't fill them.
They're trying to choose the movies.
When I go to my movie theater, you can go on the app and you can go ahead and reserve your seats before you get there.
Yeah,
and
that's mine too.
I'll be like a Thursday, opening Friday night, and this is just like seats galore for like a 8 o'clock showing, which is prime time movie night on a Friday night. It'd be like rows empty,
Absolutely. Terrence says, guys, most humans are tired of being disappointed when they go to the movies. My last 2 movies was the King Kong and Godzilla and Kong. That was the last one, and the one before that was Ghostbusters, which I felt disappointed after.
Ghostbusters was the last one I saw. I saw Ghostbusters theater. That and Civil War, the last 2 I saw.
I'm gonna tell you why the seats be empty on Fridays now. I'm gonna tell you what they do. Most theaters now, they try to get people to come in on Tuesdays for the $5 night. Do y'all got $5 nights?
Yeah, Cheapy Tuesdays. We call it Cheapy Tuesdays.
That's when everybody show up. Yeah.
I usually go like Sunday morning during matinee when everybody's at church.
But see,
I like being in the movie theater by myself. Honestly,
yeah,
I do.
It
I
depends
prefer
on it depends on what kind of movie it is.
Yeah, because sometimes you want to feel that crowd. Like if it was a Marvel
Because
movie,
me and
I want a full
DJ don't live
crowd.
too far from each other.
Yeah.
My nearest IMAX is like 45 minutes. I'm not driving 45 minutes. I get a regular theater right here, 10 minutes down the road.
Mine's like 20 minutes.
So I'm going to save my IMAX experience for Star
that
Wars.
one. Yeah.
For Star Wars.
The last movie I saw this year was Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Was that
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Which
Was
they
it
said
good?
was good,
I
but
like it.
again,
I heard mixed reviews.
it was good, but people were saying that it didn't do good in the theaters.
It was
Like
dope,
that-
but it was the weakest of the bunch.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
it was dope.
I think when you get away from Caesar, you're gonna.
Yeah.
That's not a good formula.
Because now you're branching way out from the main core of the story.
Well, what they trying to do is, because I'm a fan of the old ones, they trying to go get inside that timeline. Because remember, in the original one that came out in the 60s,
he kind of goes back in time, but yeah,
to
where they're more established. Yeah, so
yeah.
Fletcher says Bad Boys was awesome and my theater loved it.
I want to see it.
I want to see it. I heard Reggie gets like a good scene in it. The kid from the second one.
Oh, Martin's son.
I heard
son-in-law.
I heard Martin Lawrence saved this movie.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. I heard Martin is the one that carries the movie in this one, which is good.
Yeah.
But you got to think Martin was always the comedic, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and is he sick in real life because he looks a little off in the video?
Well,
he had a heat stroke, right?
He had a stroke that caused him to go into a coma.
Yeah, and he gained the recovery. He gained a lot of weight from it in his face and everything.
I don't think he pulled back with his speech. Looks a little slow or something.
Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah,
and you got to think too. But a few years ago, he said he smokes that weed, and they laced him up, and he walking down the street talking about fight the power, and he got hospitalized for that too for a long time.
Wow.
So it could be drugs into that too. You don't never know. You know.
Speaking of, I've been watching Martin over because on Netflix now.
Oh, yeah.
Man, some good comedy.
Martin's funny, bro.
Martin don't ever get up.
Don't they got
I think Martin is better than Fresh Prince, honestly.
I do
too.
Go
back and watch it. I think Martin's a better show than now. Fresh Prince had more serious
I
moments.
didn't watch much of Martin.
Comedy wise, Fresh Prince is a way better show. Martin's a way better show.
And people hate it, but the new Fresh Prince is good.
It's more dramatic.
I'm gonna have to see that.
It's more dramatic.
I've been hearing people say
Peacock, right?
Man, Uncle Phil, and what's the butler name? Jeffrey. Jeffrey Cole, boy.
Okay.
Matter of fact, and this one, Jeffrey is Jamaican.
Okay.
And that sucker.
What the black class, man?
No, he's British. Okay. And man, that sucker is cold, boy.
I told you that.
They're doing trivia here for Fresh Prince next weekend at one of the bars here, and Hillary from the original is going to be hosting it because she's from my area.
Yeah.
Man, when I was a little kid, I had a crush on her. Boy, I had a crush on her.
Tatiana Ali, man.
If you think she fine, you should see this Hillary.
Okay, I'm going to check it out.
Let me get to Matt 1306. Thank you for being here. Make sure you hit that like. Can you please, Star Wars fans? They get pissed about everything. This episode wasn't even bad with the elements they had in the episodes. Witches have their idea of the Force like religion, and just like religion.
The elements were there.
You liked it, brother? Good for you, man.
If you liked it, I'm just speaking for me. If you liked it, good for you, bro.
I agree with you to an extent. The elements were there. Like they had all the pieces there. It's just the writing wasn't that good to bring it up.
Yeah.
You know,
last night on the watch party, Anzo said he don't like the match aspect. I said, but Anzo, the Night Witches of Dathomir.
Exactly.
That's in the lore.
Nothing new. That's nothing.
That's canon shit right there.
But I don't like it.
Are they a precursor to them, or
I think they are
separate?
Yeah,
separate. Okay.
It's either they're a precursor or they're a different tribe. But
remember they were hunted down. They said they were hunted down.
Exactly, because remember the witches of Dathomir were wiped out. They had the witches of Dathomir that were in the lower valleys, and then you had some of the witches that were in the upper mountain. And you get to see that in Tales of the Empire. You get to see that. There's a episode where they talk about that.
And then they even showed them when they in the Ahsoka show too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So they're connecting the shows.
They in those video games too a lot too, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes, and
Outlaws,
the Jedi Survivor.
Yeah. The Jedi Outlaws came out.
Fallen Jedi, the Fallen Order, and Jedi Survivor.
Yeah, Fallen Order.
The what Outlaws you said, DJ?
The Jedi Outlaws, the video game coming out.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
Y'all know the big thing that's gonna happen in this show, right? The big
What?
reveal.
Who? What?
Stupid you are.
Is he? Is he?
Is George R. Banks the Sith Lord? I'm gonna be like,
No,
what?
not George or Yoda gonna pop up in
Yoda.
there.
Oh.
No, I
Yeah.
don't think
But they
Yoda's
said
gonna
it. They said it is. He is.
He's not gonna. He said he's not gonna be in the
Really?
show. They
Yeah,
already
they
said
said
that.
he
Yeah, they
isn't.
confirmed he's not in the show.
But he
And they
officially-
could be like trying to fool us, but they can say he's not in the show.
Yeah.
Now that's strange,
Well,
bro.
it could be in the last episode.
I feel like he gonna pop up, bro.
Yeah, and he's gonna be a crossdresser.
That would be.
Gonna have a yellow wig.
Lipstick,
Oh,
looking
Like,
like the gremlin.
he's gonna look like freaking
the
ET when he dressed up in the
Yeah,
closet.
or the gremlin with the
the
one
grim-
for gremlins. They had a lipstick
Yeah.
on it. Little earring hanging out of it.
Wow.
These heels hurt. They do. Reggie says. Fletcher says
the
Reggie
pride
was.
flag robe on.
His lightsaber.
All in
will
good
be-
fun,
rainbow
guys. All in good
lightsaber.
fun.
A rainbow
His
lightsaber.
You
lightsaber-
dress like this in your free time.
His
You do you.
lightsaber will be pink.
You got a rainbow. It'd be rainbow all the way
Taste
up.
the
Pink
rainbow.
lightsaber.
I can't even eat Skittles in peace now, man. I'm just saying. Fletcher says Reggie was epic and Martin did
Yeah, I
amazing.
heard.
He looks better in the movie back to top
Okay.
form. Okay, cool.
That's good. Good for him.
Man 1306 says the fans pissed.
I
'cause
said the
they're-
same thing, man.
They are a coven of women, witches, no men around. That's no different from Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I've heard.
It
I've
is
heard of-
different.
I've heard of
One is
Ah,
based on
yes
Greek
and no.
mythology. One is based on Greek mythology, and this is fictitious too. So honestly, both of
You
them are
can't tell
fake.
me an island full of butch women aren't,
But they were-
do some-
but they were
do some
made-
scissoring up in the island, right?
Hey, man, everyone's got needs. Everyone needs unleashing. I'm
I'm
not
just saying.
judging that. I'm
I'm
not
just
judging
saying.
that.
I'm just
I'm
saying.
not
And
judging
wasn't
that.
what's her name made from clay? So it's
The
like
only-
it's
the
the
only
same
difference
thing.
that the Amazon looked hot, and these ones didn't.
Yeah, the Amazons. was-
Thank you, Danny.
the Amazons
You ain't
was
like the
dope.
girl with the tentacles in the back of her head, Daddy.
Oh no!
Hey, Daddy, I know you talking about from the Snyder Cut. The Amazons was on fire, bro.
I was like, man,
They were. And talking about Snyder Cut, you see where August 2nd we're getting the extended versions of both Chapter 1 and 2 of Rebel Moon.
I'm gonna have to see how
I
that
am-
goes.
I
They're
am
dropping
not
both at
extending-
the same time.
bro, I ain't finished second half of
So-
Rebel Moon, bro. I
So
couldn't
when
do
you
it.
say extended, you mean like another 30 minutes of slow
No,
motion?
it's R-rated. It's R-rated. and,
DJ, we'll get another 10 minutes of them taking out crops.
Yeah,
Austin
the
is-
rain.
Austin is gonna love it.
Pouring water.
Now look,
Austin is
Daddy,
gonna
the
love
farm
it.
Daddy-
simulator.
Daddy know I'm a big Snyder fan, but I'm gonna tell you the truth, bro. I wasn't feeling Rebel Moon 1 and 2, bro. I
The
just
first one was meh.
Nah, that
Second one
garbage,
was like,
garbage,
Yeah.
garbage, all of it, garbage.
So I'm gonna see what the director could do. I'm like Daddy though. I hope they ain't picking more crops.
That
a
is my
fall.
biggest problem with Snyder. Just release your full cut the first time.
Yeah,
Why do you have the director cut of everything you do?
dude.
And then
Everything
Pete-
you do has a director's cut.
because it's like it's repeat, man. It's more
He-
money. It's more
that's
money.
how he marketing. That's
It's
but people
dumb.
get tired. People getting tired of it though. They
It
get
ain't
tired
been a
of it.
year yet.
And
you
then I
already
don't
doing your director's
mind.
cut.
I don't mind. People complain about slow motion. I don't mind it. Could you imagine if Zack Snyder made a Mortal Kombat movie? Just let him do- that movie would be so fire.
It'll be
It will
5
be
hours
dope.
long while the finishing moves.
I ain't talking about the five. I'm talking about the special effects.
motion.
I love-
every punch would be.
I love the slow motion, bro.
Hey, what's up, Seth? Nindroid says the Acolyte devalued Anakin's
It
birth.
did.
That
I don't
takes
think
me
it
off.
did.
I
don't
think it
did
did.
either.
I don't think
it
it did. I think they're. I think they're different. One's science, one's magic.
I agree. 100%, DJ.
And mi hermano Fletcher says Yoda's gonna have a rainbow whip.
Bro, if that's gonna be an eye opener for everybody if that happens, bro.
I would
No.
do it if I was them. I would just to troll everybody. Just to
They
troll
probably will,
everybody.
though.
I would do it.
And what's up, Polly? Where are all the white women at?
Where the white women at?
Uh,
Wow.
Who
I
who
don't
know
know,
what
man.
movie that's from?
in
Don't
La
nobody-
Iglesia.
Oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me.
I
Why-
can't
why-
believe y'all don't know that movie.
I know it. I know the line.
That's one of the most coldest, funniest movies known to man. Daddy, you don't know where that line come from?
I
I'm
know
trying to
it.
think. Where all the white women at?
Where the white women at?
Tell me the actor.
Bro, Blazing Saddles, bro.
Blazing Saddles.
Yeah.
Come on,
Oh my-
man.
Oh man, I ain't watched that in years.
Seriously.
Bosco,
Yes, I
We've all
recently
seen it.
watched
We've
it
all
too.
seen it, yeah.
You're right.
Where the white women at?
Like, you just
My-
watched it.
One of
your
my
daughter, right?
favorite scenes is when the guy's on the top of the building and he see the black man coming. And times he say, "Here comes the end." The bell rings.
The bell rings.
Man, I rewind that back. What'd you
Or
say?
what- Or when he
Here
puts the gun
comes
to him,
the-
when he puts the gun to himself, it's like nobody move or the gets it.
That's one of the most racist but funniest movies known to
Dude.
man. Black
Man.
people love Blazing
That's
Saddles.
like
man.
that's like an Archie Bunker, man.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it back then, but Archie Bunker's a genius.
That's back when
Jefferson's,
everybody could
all
make
that-
fun of everybody.
all that.
Yeah.
You
was
have
good.
a drink after it, you know,
Yeah.
like we all made fun of everybody back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. Now we can't do that shit anymore. People get
Oh,
canceled.
bro,
Yeah.
there's no way they could drop a Blazing Saddles in 2020.
Oh,
no,
no.
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 Man, they'll be picketing.
Oh
As soon as
man.
that sucker come on, buddy.
Terrence says, "Guys, car, hold up. There's a reason why there's a Paradise Island. You see, most humans don't actually read comics. There used to be men, but Hercules betrayed the Amazons and enslaved them. I get,
Didn't know that.
but back that
No.
the Bram Scott.
What'd he
Wonder
say?
Woman is actually a well written for those who take the time to read the comics.
Which one though? Not that
not 84.
I
Not
know
that
it.
second one. Not
Yeah.
that second one. Woo.
I
That
can't
second
rock
one was
with you on
terrible.
84.
I
Now
know.
Wonder Woman, the first one was fire.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
84 made me cry, boy,
I
because I
mean,
was working.
Are we,
It was
are we ever
Christmas
going
Day
to
that
address
come
the
out.
fact in the second one that she sexually assaults the dude? and somebody else.
Facts.
Are we
Yeah,
ever
sure.
going to mention that? Like,
Okay,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
if you were to do it, would you have cared?
I mean, I'm just saying.
I wouldn't
on
have.
paper,
Thank you.
that is essay to definition.
Both of y'all got good points. I'm gonna put it like that.
Now, I'm
I'm
not
just-
saying if I
I'm just
had
here
her,
like-
Man,
I'm not saying
I'm laying
if
in
I
the
had
bed every
Diana
night and Wonder
sitting
Woman
there,
coming
am
there.
I going to say no? Am I going to resist?
Nope.
I'm
I
gonna
can't say I
I'm gonna
wouldn't.
say Wonder Woman. I'm gonna say Wonder Woman. I would have did that willingly. You
That's
should have
right.
woke me up.
Where that rope at? Where that lasso of truth
Tie-
at?
Tie me up right now.
Ninja goes regarding the whole Anakin thing and the Force and that. Like he says, that's not how the Force works, to quote my homeboy Han Solo. Yeah.
Let me ask y'all a quick question before you get to the next comments. What do you think is going to be the big thing that happens in this show?
They're saying episode 5 something big's supposed to happen. I don't know.
I mean, but if you could throw
It's gotta
predictions
be
out
something
there,
big to bring it
I
back.
think one of the it's
I'm
either
not
two
gonna say
things.
what I was gonna
Either the lady with the horns is the big baddie, or one of
The
the
horny
Jedi.
lady.
now I thought they all got killed. Hold on, real quick. Did the little girl kill the witches, or what happened?
We don't know.
I think the Jedi did.
It's
I
gonna be
think
the
Trin-
Jedi's. They're
okay,
gonna be the big
okay.
bad.
Okay,
think
I'll put
Trinity-
it like this:
I think
if
Trinity
the
did. it.
Jedi end up doing that, you might get me story wise. Then
I think
So-
Trinity. I think Trinity is a possibility of being one of the big baddie.
So
I don't think she's dead.
Yeah, I think so. What I saw when people talk about it,
that's kind of
they're saying that the Jedi confront them when the two girls were back in the room arguing over, and a fight happens with the witches and the Jedi. And one clip showed that the
Padawan?
Wookiee Jedi was attacking the Padawan Jedi. He's like jumping at him with the lightsaber, and that's how he gets the scar on his face.
I ain't saw that.
And that's why he's not in at the end. He's not with them on the ship, the Wookiee Jedi. They're saying
hold
the
on.
Maybe.
Wookiees
But maybe
control
that's
them.
why he's in exile, because he's in exile.
and that's why he's in exile. Yeah,
Can we say one thing though that stood out to me? Why that Wookiee head so big?
why?
It-
He's
He
younger.
shaved it. He
He's
shaved the
younger.
hair
He
off.
He shaved his
fully-
hair.
Bro,
he got a man. He got a man bun. If you look
When
at
he
it,
got the Jedi clothes, I said they could have made his head smaller. That looks stupid, man.
He's a young. He's a
My
young
daughter
Wookiee.
said the same thing. Why is his head so big?
His head so big and then his body real small. No, man. But
You
DJ, I wanted to say this off of your theory because as I'm gonna tell you why that's a dope theory. If you go back and watch episode 2 of Dooku, Count Dooku, right? When you really listen to what Count Dooku is saying and doing and why he moving the way he moving, the Jedi was messing up, and he was trying to warn them that something darker is behind the scenes manipulating y'all, and they wouldn't listen. So that's why he went to the dark side, because he said, freak y'all have lost y'all way. So it would be dope if this show play off that the Jedi is starting to lose their way, because in the eyes of us, we think the Jedi is good.
I mean, but look at this episode.
And Anakin even said that
you can't
the
train
Jedi-
kids, but we can take your kids and train
Yeah.
kids ourselves.
Yeah.
they made it.
You know,
Yeah, they made the Jedi look really bad. I did not
Yeah.
like that look. I'm like,
y'all
bro.
can't train kids, but we can take all y'all kids and train them our
But
way.
that was the best scene there. You're
But-
not
but
taking our
Danny-
children, hide our children, then let me train them.
Yeah.
Okay,
You want to
can
be a
train them.
Jedi? You want to be a Jedi?
Uh-huh.
It's like-
Yeah.
But Danny,
Here's my lightsaber.
yeah.
but Danny, you just said it though, bro. It made the Jedi look bad. The Jedi been looking bad for a long time, and that's why a lot of people go to the dark side. So it make you think.
Is the dark side really the dark side?
You
Yeah.
but to go up, you guys were saying I'm gonna even go further 1,000 years before and the Knights of the Old Republic, the whole story about Revan. The same thing happened with Revan and Malik.
Yeah.
They both left the Jedi because of the restrictions and the rules they didn't want to bend. So it's like that the one that has Killmonger's haircut there. He's
know
how
what
he's a
you're talking
stickler.
Yeah.
He's a stickler for the rules, right?
Mhm.
And he was always
If you know,
questioning everything.
everybody who
And you
always
see,
would
Soul
deflect,
is
they have a
Soul.
different agreement.
Soul's the one that's pushing the limits and pushing and questioning everything as well. And
Yeah.
mind you, I think this actor, what's his name? John Lee,
The
something
one
Lee.
from Squid Games.
Yeah, from Squid Games.
Yeah.
He's a highlight in this show, guys. Like
Yeah.
he
is
learned
my- he's one of
English
my favorite
for
characters.
just this show right here.
He is this
And-
show's Qui-Gon, because there's a lot of
Yes.
videos saying that how the Emperor feared Qui-Gon because Qui-Gon could see stuff and he was more in tune to the living force.
Yeah.
And the Emperor didn't like that because he's like, I'm doing all these smoke and mirrors, but Qui-Gon was seeing through that. I think this Asian guy is seeing through a lot of this stuff too.
Danny, that's real funny you said that, because I read an article about the Squid Game dude. He said the whole reason he got into the Star Wars is because of the Qui-Gon actor. He said
Yeah.
he
That's the
he
Nielsen.
said
He
said-
liked it.
No, that's
yeah,
Nielsen.
he said
No,
out of all the
Liam
Star
Neeson.
Wars, he said he loved Liam Neeson as
Yeah.
Qui-Gon.
Mhm.
So that makes sense that he
And it
kind
make
of
you want to think that Qui-Gon maybe was more powerful because Yoda didn't know how to become a Force ghost and come back.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Qui-Gon had to teach Yoda.
Yeah.
So Qui-Gon had something going on that they ain't quite shed a lot of light on. So
Well, if you know
Yeah.
anybody who kind of like has a slight disagreement with the way the Jedi doing, they end up deflecting or going to the dark side, you know. And it's like, so you start questioning, oh, why are we doing this? It's like, oh, now you're exiled or whatever. So
and then
maybe
kind of go a little bit down the rabbit hole. Mace Windu, who's my favorite Jedi, as we all know.
No,
but
we didn't
serious,
know
no
that.
idea, no
but
idea.
but serious talk, he created a whole lightsaber battle style to channel the dark side. So what does that say?
Mhm.
He can channel the dark side and use it against you. That's permissible. So
Yeah,
how
but
is
you know-
one part of the dark side permissible and other parts aren't? So
Yeah.
they kind of make excuses or let
There's
They
Get
bend the
past
rules
certain
for their
things.
benefit. Yeah,
and
yeah.
and many storylines, even in EU, there was a lot of things that the Jedi hid from others down the road. And
Yeah.
this storyline, despite of all the crappy of the writing of this episode, that's going back what Danny was saying, that he's still intrigued by certain aspects of it. And that's the only thing really that's going to keep me watching as well. Is I want to know, are the Jedi the bad guys for this? It seems like they are, because you have a Jedi who deleted himself,
yeah.
right? So
there was
I
something
do-
in him that
something
he felt so
happened for
bad.
him to
Yeah.
feel
I
that
did-
guilt where he offed himself.
And I think his master did something that make him feel like that. That's why I'm
Right.
putting Trinity
Yep.
in that
As one
possibility
of
of
possible
being
bad.
Yeah.
I'm like Danny though.
I
I feel
think
like Trinity
he
still
followed
alive.
her. He followed her. I think she killed the witches, honestly.
Mhm.
Or I think she wanted to kill May because they knew what May
They felt
already
that May
accepted.
was-
Yeah.
That's
So
why
I
they
think they were
tested her.
after May, and the witches were defending her,
Yeah.
and they killed the witches. So that's why
Because-
I think
Because at first they only wanted to test one, and then they go, "No, we're testing both of them."
Both
both,
of them,
yeah.
yeah.
But why
So-
did
the soul said she didn't have that mark on her when I saw her earlier. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
but why
You were
did
saying,
the
Peter?
sister wanted to kill her sister? I mean,
Sister.
I know she hated the fact
They're
that
saying that she was being controlled.
But she's controlled by the Jedi. One of
okay,
them.
because I'm
that's
thinking,
the theory.
okay, I know you don't want your sister to go, but
No.
that ain't enough to kill her. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Or was
But
it one of
okay,
the mothers?
you
I think
guys-
it's
you
more
guys
one of the
don't think-
mothers.
You guys don't pique my interest. I give it a few more shots.
Yeah, I have
Well,
a curiosity.
it's 5 more episodes.
Welcome to the dark side.
Yes, my master.
Join the hangout. You shall watch another episode. Yeah, man.
Hey,
Oh
I'm
my gosh.
totally off the subject. Fatal.
Yeah.
I keep getting the emails about your book, man. I ordered, but
You got
it
a
ain't-
book?
Oh, they coming, bro. They coming
You
this
got it.
week.
What's your book called?
Ninja
Ninja
Blast.
Blast.
That's my comic book.
And I got
Okay.
the
Ninja
Blast.
Ninja Blast.
Ninja Blast. Okay.
And I
It's the
got
second
the one
one.
that I got the one
the
that
second
Rob
one.
designed.
Amazon
Now,
or-
not the second one. The second one dropping in 2 months. It's coming in
Are
2
you still
months.
taking orders?
Not for the first one, but when I drop the second one, you'll be able to get book 1 and book 2.
Okay.
Okay.
And I
Yeah.
got the cover that Rob designed.
I got you, bro. I got all my comic books.
Ninja-
I got them all here. I'm shipping out Friday. You should get yours next week, brother.
How hard is it?
I'm gonna pick it up.
You wrote all the story yourself, right?
I wrote all the story and I did all the layouts. I could have drew the comic book, but it would have took me too long. I hired me an artist to do it.
I got
Yeah. Rob did one of your covers, right? If I'm not
Rob
mistaken.
did one of the covers.
Yep.
That blow everybody. They said Robert Storm. He
Yeah,
draws.
Robert was. Yeah.
Robert is cold though.
I got his cover.
He got that DBZ style to his art form.
Cool.
What's
It looked good when you showed it on your channel last
Your
time.
book at?
Well, the campaign,
Kickstarter, wasn't it?
yeah, Kickstarter.
Kickstarter?
But I'm going back on Indiegogo for Ninja Blast 2.
Okay.
It's gonna be fire, man. It's
Gotcha.
to me, book 2 is better than book 1. So you got to pick up both.
So let me ask you this: can you get these like sent to the regular comic book stores, or is it gonna be exclusively online?
That's what I'm working on right now, and
Try to
I'm
get-
also talking to a publisher. I don't know if you guys familiar with a comic book company called Antarctic Press. You guys ever heard of that?
It's
No.
hard to press. No, I
Well,
can't.
anyways, these guys here, they was the first in America to put out manga type comic books, and
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna come out through them sometime next year. They gonna release my Ninja Blast series.
Sweet.
They just gonna reissue them and put them in comic book stores.
Really? Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh
Yes,
man,
sir.
and you're gonna have the measurement, like if how many you're gonna be selling in those stores. You're gonna get feedback. See, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Because that's my goal, man. I raised the money with a campaign online, but I want to get in stores too, bro. I want people to walk in and be able to get Ninja
Have
Blast.
you ever streamed with Mike Road Comics?
Who?
Mike Road Comics. He's streaming
Uh-uh.
us. Man, he owns a comic book store.
And see, that's what I like too. I like to connect with comic book owners.
Yeah,
There's a
Comic book
comic book.
shop.
I've seen the link. There's a comic book store down where I live. They are big into like promoting smaller independent people. Like they have them come to the store, do signings and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
they do a lot of stuff for like me and Danny in South Carolina, but they do a lot of South Carolina
He's in
artists and
Texas,
everything.
so that's gonna be
Yeah.
kinda hard.
Okay, but they have people from all over the country come, like more smaller
Okay.
independent.
In
That's
Florence, the neighboring town where I live at, DJ, they got the second largest comic book on the East
Yeah, I
Coast.
remember you said that. Yeah,
Yeah, it's huge, buddy. You can stare in there all day and
all day.
not even see a fourth of their books.
And man, we got to support our local comic book shops, bro, because
Yeah,
a
they-
lot of the
Dying breed.
they dying off, bro. They dying off.
I will say mine they are growing because they started in a small building and they got a big. They actually bought an old grocery store. That's how big they are now.
yeah.
That's dope.
yeah.
And that's how these movies, man, is their lifeblood because
They
this is a
bring
true
interest
story.
back to these
It's a
TV
true
shows.
story. When Thor caught the hammer in Endgame, I went in the comic book store maybe a month before Endgame came out, and that comic that he did it was like $3. When I went back after that scene, it was like $75. I said, "What?"
Oh yeah.
That's the speculators. And I'm gonna tell you what else they did recently, Danny. Okay, they were saying that Taylor Swift, what's her name?
Taylor Swift.
Yes,
Taylor Swift was supposed to be in Deadpool
Deadpool.
and Wolverine.
all the Dazzler
Yeah.
comments went up.
And the Dazzler comic books went up. But watch this.
She
So
ain't
all the speculators bought up them comic books, right?
They're wrong.
and she ain't in it.
She ain't even in.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
So
you mean,
those
She got money
Swift
back.
people went out and bought those comics books.
They
just
did.
because she's in it. Yeah.
Yep.
maybe she's in this Avengers 5.
Wow.
60 returning characters apparently rumored to be in Avengers 5.
Don't
Y'all
do
think that's
that.
too much?
Don't do that. It's too
No.
much.
That's too
No.
much.
That's too much.
That's too
No.
much.
I say
Wait,
bring them. It doesn't
We
matter.
start all in Endgame. It all in Endgame.
Yeah.
Each one can have their own little segment. It ain't gonna be. We want the core character. We want the core Avengers to have more of the screen time. But a little appearance here, a big fight scene. I don't mind it because I thought there's gonna be chaos at Endgame. I'm like, there ain't no way we're gonna get to see the T'Challa, Captain America, the Hulk, Thor, and they did it just fine.
You don't need all that. I'll give you the cheat code. Bring back the Avengers. This is going to be the Avengers. Tom Holland, Spider-Man, Black Panther, T'Challa, Thor,
You did.
Hulk, Hawkeye, and we need a female in there. Who will be the female?
We did a show on this, and the leading female character was Shuri as Black Panther.
No. Who
So you're
is
talking
a
about-
big female now? The biggest female in Marvel now.
Elena.
In Marvel?
I'm telling you.
It would
Captain
have to
Marvel?
be. It would have to be
Captain
Captain Marvel.
I know what you're saying, but what's
Yeah.
she did? What's the lady that nobody don't like? Well, let me tell you, Grace Randolph. She
Yeah.
did it. She did the top 20.
That was a great voice, Danny.
And I
I'm
think
not gonna lie
Spot
though.
on.
When it
Spot
comes to
on.
Grace is hit or miss. But most of the time, when it comes to the come up with movies, she hits.
she said Shuri would be one. The She-Hulk would be another one.
As an Avenger.
Yep.
I don't, but they
It's
canceled her
Marvel.
show, so I don't know.
They
That's
rumored.
what I'm saying.
I don't want to see the She-Hulk. I don't want to see She-Hulk.
I'm going by who had the most sales. Okay. Now, say whatever you want to say about Captain Marvel and the Marvel show, whatever, the Marvel's movie. But Captain Marvel still had the $1 billion movie.
That's correct.
Even bigger than Black Widow and all that stuff.
But it's also the timing, right? Fatal.
It was the timing.
for the
Timing.
Marvels, right? It was spread
Yeah,
between,
you're
I think
right.
it was between Endgame and
That was like
it was
Captain-
between
talking about
Endgame and
War
Infinity
and
War.
yeah.
But this is what
so-
I'm saying. The time that we in with Marvel, they got to have a female in that Avengers. You know they're gonna put a female in there.
I agree.
So which female will it be?
Well, they rumored that it was going to be She-Hulk. She-Hulk was going to come out in the movie.
Uh-huh.
You
And
think
then-
She-Hulk is big enough for
So,
not
not
only
the
her,
character.
but
I see her.
she will
I
be
see
in
her
a
come
movie.
out in the next Hulk movie that one they're promoting. But here's the thing: I don't think she would be as bad in a movie, as far as her show.
With Cass? Yeah.
Oh,
know-
I'm tripping. I forgot about the Black Captain America. They trying to make him the leader now.
He is
yes.
the leader now.
He's gonna be. It's gonna be like you said, Tom Holland, Spider-Man, Black Falcon.
Falcon.
Black
Just say
Captain America.
Falcon.
Yeah,
It's
Falcon.
Yeah.
I would say Rhodey. Rhodey still might have a chance of.
Rhodey
Rhodey
needs-
was- yeah.
But Thor need to be in that joint, and they need to really make Thor the leader.
But they don't need to make Thor goofy.
Thor's
like
not a.
another
Thor's
one.
not.
They've already said
the way they
that-
have. The way they
They
have
already
now, he
said
can't be a leader.
Thor, you can forget. They're not going to go making Thor goofy now.
Yeah, Chris Hemsworth said
Yeah.
he realized the error of his ways. He said if he do another Thor, it's gonna
He's
be
more
serious.
serious.
And it
Right.
should have been serious anyway because
Thank God.
Thor is probably the dopest Avenger there is, and they just wasted him. You know what I mean?
No, I think the dopest goes with Mr. Stark. He got that award.
But I'm talking about comic book wise. Thor
Yeah.
done did some cold stuff, bro. Even colder than Iron Man and Cap. You know what I mean?
That scene in Infinity War when he comes with the freaking hammer,
One
the
of the best.
axe.
One of the best entrances of all
Yeah.
time. That's one
Bring
of the best
me
entrances.
Thanos.
They
Yeah.
should have never ever.
You guys
made
are
him-
screwed now.
They should have never made him fat.
No,
They-
that
Yeah,
was too
that
long.
Thor was the biggest mistake they did.
Danny,
That was the biggest mistake.
see,
There
there
you
he
go.
is. Danny said this many times. They did that for too long, right, Danny? The
Yep.
fat Thor.
Yep, that should
Yeah.
have been like 5 minutes done.
Yeah.
When
Daddy, that's what I was thinking, because you know them as Guardians, they can shape shift their body anyway.
when he transformed in that final fight, he should have been
Right.
in
He should've
prime
been-
Thor.
With
Yeah,
with both
yeah.
Moonier and the axe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
He
I
should've
thought
been
at
back
that
and
point that he
Stormbreaker.
would go slim again, you know?
Yep, he should have
Nope.
been like
I
prime
wondered,
Thor.
I wondered, did they do that?
And to
to him?
carry it all over the Love and Blunder, whatever, whatever you
Love
want
and
to call it.
Blunder. Love
Yeah.
and Blunder. Yeah.
Because he's
She
supposed
just-
to be like a Viking, bro. He's supposed to be like an alpha male, savage barbarian character.
Yeah.
And they just been making him so goofy.
Yeah, let me
You
let me
know?
kind of veer off a different. Phil, didn't you do a review to that fan made Wolverine movie? Did you see that?
Man,
I know
bro,
DJ did one.
my video did good too, bro.
Yeah, mine did too.
Bro, yeah, people wanted to see people watch them joints.
Yeah.
But bro,
Yeah.
that's
That was
what
cool.
we need.
I would love to see a good 5-6 episode web series of that. Like
Yeah.
because that could have a lot of potential.
But
you could dive into.
I would pay
good
to see
stuff in
that.
there.
But
I
DJ,
would pay to see that.
that's what I'm saying. All it takes is good story, and people will watch.
And there's so many independent, small studios out there, writers out there, directors out there that they have these good ideas,
They
and these
do.
good stories, but they need the backing behind them.
Yeah.
I think they think we stupid though. They don't want to hear it from us.
There was a guy that was
Well-
doing that Star Wars too, and he had good stuff. The Vader,
That
the Vader-
that Gambit one is one of the
Yeah,
best.
Oh, the
I've seen
Vader,
that. That's
Gambit
my
was
favorite.
cool.
And I'm a huge Gambit fan.
I'm a huge Gambit. Gambit,
Yeah.
my favorite X-Men.
I'm right there with him. Right there with. That's my favorite. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
When I was
Oh,
a
boy.
kid.
Look at these guys tapping each other in the back right now.
Yeah.
Gambit's mine. No, it's mine.
Hey, but you talking about that Vader? That's Star Wars theory.
Yeah, man, that was
Yeah.
cold.
Yeah.
That
Boy,
Vader was cold, bro.
Oh,
Yeah,
someone's doing a web series called Star Wars: The Gray. I saw a trailer for that, a teaser trailer for that.
I ain't never seen
Yeah.
that.
Bro, I saw,
It's new. It's like 5 weeks old.
bro, I saw somebody come out with a Sith trailer, and
Yeah.
it was so cold and so real. I thought it was from Disney. I said, okay, Disney is back. Star
You said-
Wars
you
is
said-
back.
And then and then,
Oh shit,
Bro,
oh, shit, yeah.
I'm gonna have to pull it up so y'all can see it, bro. It's cold.
and then you're like, oh man.
Bro, I was so heartbroken. I said, okay, Disney is back.
But you see, that's the thing. When you have independent, small budget people putting out better quality than these shows, you're
Mhm.
like,
but
what's
you
wrong
know
with
what?
these
and not- and
You know,
studios?
guys, Scar? You said it earlier. They're hiring these people that don't know nothing about the lore.
Yeah.
And that's another thing about what these people doing this show. They have no idea. You have the. I'm not blaming the actors. I'm not blaming the actors. Okay,
The one guy said Anakin blew up the Death Star.
yes, but fine. Like, listen, don't blame the actors on that. But
Yeah.
if you don't know,
You don't
shut
know.
your mouth.
Yeah.
Just
That'd be like
shut
if
up.
I had to write a baseball movie, it would be a plum. I know nothing about baseball other than 3 strikes. You hit the ball and run. Now you do a basketball movie,
like
it might
cricket.
be fairly decent.
But
Yeah,
now I'm
don't
wondering about
ask me
cricket.
about cricket.
USA is kicking ass right now. We lost today, but
And cricket?
we beat Pakistan.
I don't know about cricket.
Yeah. We freaking
Are they all imports playing for the US?
I've been on the whole cricket. The Cricket World Cup is going on right now, right? This is
Okay.
America's first time in it. Pakistan, India are like the best in the world.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. We beat Pakistan.
Wow.
Now, all our players they have full-time jobs. Like one guy's a software engineer, the captain, and they beat Pakistan.
They get together at the park every
not
Tuesday.
just beat them, they demolished Pakistan.
Wow.
Yeah.
Speaking
Wow,
of that, man, have you seen? I'm a little nervous about them Russian ships off the coast of Cuba.
Cuba, you
I
heard
saw
about that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh,
Bro,
I don't
that
like
Yeah.
that's bro.
Bad pigs all over again.
yeah, bro. That ain't a good look, bro.
No, I don't
Well,
like that.
Danny, it's the election year, so they're doing all the little pressing the buttons.
You know what?
Every time election comes around,
DJ, it's scary times because it's not only election in the States coming up, it's
Canada too.
globally. In a lot of places in Europe
Lot
are
of
going through
places, yeah.
elections.
Yeah.
And you know, when there's people in power that have power, they don't want to give up the power. So these are scary times, man. Those are scary times. Pack up your freezers with food, man, because that's what I told this guy at work today.
Listen,
I'm like,
I for years I always got me a bug. I got a bug out bag. I always had a bug out bag. I'm not a doomsday prepper, but I'm just in case.
get a generator and
Pack your food up and start praying. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah, man.
I still got MREs in my attic, so just in case.
Really?
Tell my wife, hey, go get 10 cans of Spam, 100 cans of Vienna sausages, and let's go.
But you know what, bro? You can go on Amazon and they got those survivor
Yeah.
packs. Like I'm talking about little packs that'll last you for a month. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy times.
Joking DJ, man, them MREs used to be on point.
Dude, man, that pound cake up there in
Man, my favorite was
peanut butter on that bad boy.
It was spaghetti when I got out.
No, that I like that one, the beef stroganoff. That was my two favorite, man.
Spaghetti, ham slice,
Yeah.
And it had a beef patty.
The beef patty one. We had a meatloaf one too.
I never had a meatloaf.
Yeah.
That's what Austin is living off of after finishing school and having to do
ramen noodles.
ramen noodles. Austin, is it
You
true?
remember
Am I right or am I wrong?
Remember that scene with the Hulk? He's sitting there like his hands like that. That's Austin.
I can't confirm
Or deny. I can't confirm or deny. Yeah, man.
He's like, I'm losing weight, but I'm starving. I'm starving over here.
Oh my gosh. Did you find it fatal?
Bro, I've been looking. They must have took this down. Bro, I'm telling you, this trailer here.
It's very possible.
You
Remember
say it's called Sith?
That's what I'm typed in, but I can't find it, bro. I'm telling you, when you see this, you'll be like, okay, Star Wars is back.
They probably broke it down. Remember when Star Wars Theory did the Vader one, he had to fight for that.
Yeah.
At one point.
Man, I've been looking.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you the link to that Star Wars the gray trailer.
I seen that they got a black man riding a speeder.
Yeah. I put it in the private chat.
They got a black man riding a speeder. What, a black man can't ride a speeder? It's like Eddie Murphy. A black man can't have a suitcase.
Hey, I will say this though. Speaking of black man riding a speeder, one of the coldest scenes I seen was that Mandalorian with that black guy that played Jar Jar Binks. They had him as a Jedi.
He was rescuing the Baby Yoda and everything. Yeah.
They made, because I know he felt like they made him look bad, bro. They brought him back to life.
Apparently, he's filming something right now with Star Wars.
Okay,
he's been posting stuff like behind the scenes.
All right, this is what you sent.
Yeah,
Star Wars the gray trailer. Let's take a look. The Old Republic.
All fan made, so.
Oh.
The Jedi,
Reverend,
sensed
that's Malik.
Power. To say that they do not seek
like Malik.
it is a lie.
Oh, Maggie?
All is not as it seems. I sense a great conflict within you. There's a reason the Force brought us together. I do not believe it meant for us to be enemies.
Idris Elba?
You look cold with that boy.
The Empire has grown weak. We fight an endless war for scraps of this so-called Galactic Republic. Only I can bring us back to our ancestors' glory.
This looks tight, man.
He's taken everything from me. My mind is a weapon.
This is a fan man movie, you said, DJ?
Yep.
Right.
I said, you give him a big budget, you kind of clean it up a little bit.
Destiny always has a way of finding you. What remains is if you have the courage to meet it face to face when it does.
What was that? Best.
We will lay waste to all that stand in our way.
Like a Mandalorian, just now.
Through strength, I gain power.
Millennium Falcon.
Through power, I gain victory. Through victory, my chains are broken. The Force shall set me free.
Big Magus. I was right.
Vegas is dope.
For there is always light, if only we're brave enough to see it. If only we're brave enough to be it.
Dude, it gave me goosebumps, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Like, why can't? All right, Disney Plus, just take this, and then that's all you gotta do.
Hey, after watching that though, bro, I can honestly say this: it's one way you can save Star Wars, even in the theaters. And Bosco, I'm gonna see if you can back me up on this. You might disagree. Come out with a Darth Revan trilogy.
Yes, but see, the writer for this actually said that she wanted to do that. I'm like, she ain't touching Revan.
Yeah, no, you got to have.
You want somebody that knows the lore
Mhm.
and knows these characters.
That's why when it was rumored that the guys from the Game of Thrones was being pitched to do a trilogy in the time of the Old Republic, everybody was losing their minds because that's what they thought, that they were going to write into Revan and Malik, right? I wish that they would have gone that way, because I agree with you 150%. If they would have gotten these good producers and bring that, they would sell out the theater with this.
Danny, do you know who Darth Raven is?
I've heard of. I don't know his story, but I've heard.
I'm just gonna put it like this: he make Vader look like a baby.
What?
That's how cold he is, bro.
Wow.
That's how cold
he was.
Only ones I would trust now doing that is Favreau and Filoni. Nobody else. If they let them do that, because I think Jon Favreau, I think he listens to the fans more and he'll appear.
Yeah.
And I think Filoni knows the lore. So if they let them two just collaborate, give them about 2 years, I think they could do it.
You want them to write it, or you want them to write it, or to produce
write it, produce it. But then I would say, look, and maybe I'm just biased. The Russo brothers are the best out there to me.
Yes, I have to agree with
I let them bad boys come in there.
Non-talented,
and I go a third level. Zack Snyder, we want you to do the special effects.
Danny, I got something even better than that. Now watch this, and I'm pretty sure y'all agree. Get hardcore Star Wars fans, have them write the script, and then have a Hollywood editor come and edit it.
That would work.
And you gonna have a banger.
Not wrong.
I mean, that trailer showed you, like, you know, someone on that lower level. I'm not saying he's a bad whatever. He's saying he got the backing or the funding or the notoriety yet. You know,
and then he ain't got the trademark, because if he do it,
listen, you have better cinematics of the Old Republic video game, the online video game.
Yes.
Then Jay missed that. I'm gonna repeat it. Jay, you missed what I just said. I think you can back me up on this. When you have the better cinematics than anything Star Wars that Disney has put out in a video game called the Old Republic,
that's bad.
Those cinematics are beyond anything we've gotten.
Mm-hmm.
And if you just gave us a storyline, even in that type of animation, it would be a banger in the theater.
Yeah, like the one with that cowboy he's shooting, and the master fights Malik and Revan. I think he kills one of them, and then he throws the girl his lightsaber. That's tight.
But bro, if you know Revan's lore, bro.
Oh yeah,
bro, he got
I don't know about him, though.
Bro,
I've read his book. I've played the game.
His story is amazing. Like I'm telling you, he will make Vader look like a baby, bro.
Yeah.
So is Revan tougher than Bane? Because I've read all the Bane books.
Is Revan tougher than Bane? I would say yes.
I would say yes too. He can beat Bane. When you read Revan's story, he probably the coldest Sith that ever lived, bro. But he the coldest Jedi that ever lived too.
That's the thing, right? Because he went from Sith to being his mind wiped back to as a Jedi, back to testing the leaving the order and creating his own following.
Yeah,
because he believed there should be a balance and use. Revan is one of the books. It's called Revan. It was a very good book, but he creates his own following. So you had the Jedi, you had the Sith, and then you had Revan and his following.
So,
I'm gonna give y'all a channel where y'all can catch up on Revan, and they did a good job doing it too. I'm
pretty
gonna
sure
put it in the private chat.
Challenge probably knows all about that too.
It's
you still
an
stream with
amazing.
y'all, Fatal?
Huh?
Does you still stream with y'all?
Who you talking about?
Chalice.
Candace, he a big time boss on his job, like
I got you.
big time
Real life,
boss.
real life.
I got you.
Yeah, real life. So he don't have that much time to come on the show, but he'll be back though. He'll be
Does he
back.
like? I wonder. Does he like the Acolyte? I like to get his.
On his channel,
he
he said he liked it. He said it was some nitpicks that he had, but he said for the most part he enjoyed. Candace really loves Star Wars, bro. I'm talking about.
He got the voice to be some kind of narrator or something, man. I love
yeah.
his stuff, man.
But bro,
In a radio voice.
I learned about the Sith and all that stuff through him because I didn't know the Lord go that deep.
Oh, there's a lot of
See,
material.
I thought Sith was just Vader and Palpatine, but that's a whole culture. Like I didn't even know the Sith is not even originally humans. They was like these red aliens, bro. And they was natural. They were like Yoda. They was naturally dark side without training or nothing. And then like humans and other aliens came in and started taking their culture.
Yeah. I knew that. I didn't know how deep it went, but I knew that.
Yeah.
Then they got some kind of animals too. I read in some part of the world they can put on their back, and it creates like a force bubble, negate the force bubble.
Yeah,
so they got it on there. The force won't. For some kind of way, these animals can repel the force.
Yeah, the Sith was cold, man. They was some cold alien race, man.
Yeah. The best series I ever read was Bane, the Ruler 2.
The Ruler 2 is tight.
Awesome.
And I can't think of the third one.
Yeah.
Was
Bane was cold. He killed his own daddy.
Like Zatanna, wasn't it?
Who is dad?
No, I'm saying Zatanna was like his apprentice, wasn't it?
And she killed him too.
Yeah, Laura Zatanna or something.
Yeah,
like that.
she was cold.
I think that was the third book.
I got the comic books where with them two in there.
Yeah, Bane was cold.
Yeah, but ain't
Path of Destruction was the first one, right, Danny?
Yeah, I think it was the Path of Destruction, the Ruler 2.
See, I got that one right there. That's a cold book.
Yeah, I got
this
that
is
one.
This is the first one, I believe. Yeah.
Hey, Bane was so cold. He was killing folks without no training.
Yeah, and this one's good too.
Like he was imagining, like choking people, and they would get choked out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. This one's good, Danny, as well. Old Republic, Fatal Alliance. Yeah. So you had, crazy when they had this stuff, right? Yeah, the books right there, and they had the little.
Like breakdown of everything.
All the timeline. Yeah. So, Danny, you want to read a great Deceived was great because Deceived came out at the same time as the online game, and then Fatal Alliance was the second book.
I don't think you hear it. I think he has headphones off.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah. You don't listen to me anyway.
I'm sorry. Say it again.
I said, if you want to read Old Republic great stories, Deceived, Fatal Alliance, and Revan are the very good ones.
All right, I got a couple of these right here too.
The old school ones. Yes, you got the OGs. That's awesome.
I got the ones where Han Solo twins, Jaina and Janus.
Jason Jana. Yeah.
Jason. Yeah, they were cold, bro.
Yep.
And remember, I think they stealing that stuff from the old stuff though. Cause think about it, Jason and Jaina. That's Kylo Ren and Rey.
Yeah.
And then think about
they had a third one too. Ben was their third child.
Ben was their third child.
Ben was Luke's. Ben was Luke's son.
Yeah, that's right, by Mara Jade.
Mara Jade, right.
And then remember, Chewbacca had a cold nephew that was a Jedi. Remember that?
I don't remember that one.
Chewbacca had a nephew, and he was with Jaina and dang, how I keep messing their name up? Jaina and Jason, and he was studying under Luke, Chewbacca nephew, and he had a gold lightsaber. He was cold, bro.
I never entertained the books because George Lucas wasn't a fan of them, so Terrence didn't have it. There's a lot of people that did that, but it's sad because there was great stories in those books. Yeah. Oh my god! If Disney would have just followed like Heir to the Empire or anything like that, oh my god! it's like Timothy
No,
Zahn is the
they
one that
named the third
revived the whole Star Wars universe.
The third child name was Anakin. They named him Anakin.
Yeah, his name was Anakin.
Right, that I heard of. I didn't read it, but I remember seeing it in one of these videos.
Because
that
the
I was-
boy
Yeah, I
went
saw
to dark.
I saw a family tree and I saw it on there.
And in the books, Han Solo was married to Leia. He wasn't no drop dead father.
right. The
Deadbeat
courtship,
dead.
the courtship of
Deadbeat
Princess
dead.
Leia. That book, the courtship
Yeah.
of Princess Leia, was the wedding.
Yeah,
If I'm not
And,
mistaken.
And Jason went to the dark side in the EU.
Correct.
but that was all that was. Disney took that and made that Kylo Ren.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's all they did, bro.
And they made Han Solo a deadbeat dad who went
Yeah.
back to, like, smuggling shit and being a pirate
Because
for
he
some
couldn't
stupid
cope
reason.
with
'Cause he
losing
couldn't
his
cope with-
son.
But I'm not gonna lie, Confederate J got to tell the truth. When I first walked into that theater and I saw Force Awakens, okay, and when I seen what's her boy name, Pedro Pascal? I mean, what's the boy name? Poe Dameron or whatever his name was. When he shot that blaster bolt,
Oscar Isaac.
Caught
I-
it and
and
froze
he
it.
caught it, I said, "Oh shoot,
Yeah,
I'm in store for something great." You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah. You're
I
right.
never saw that before. He just
Yeah.
and what he was talking to him and it was still there. I
Yeah.
said, "This gonna be a cold mother freaker."
You're right. You're right, bro. You're
Bro,
right.
I got chills when I saw that, bro.
I ain't never seen nothing like that before. You right. I'm with you on that.
And then we had all this great hope that we're gonna get a crazy part 2.
And you know what got me? Because I read, like, sometimes they leak the stories, and the stories that they leak, boy, like Luke's gonna have a lightsaber battle using 20 different lightsabers. I say, man, if they show this right here, and this sucker using 20 different lightsabers with the Force, this gonna be fire. And ain't none of that happened. None of that happened.
All those fake leaked shows. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I gotta get going.
All right.
All right,
All right,
bro.
boys. Yeah, good
All
show.
right,
All right,
It's
DJ, tell the people
2 hours
they can
show
find
today.
you, man. Yeah. I'm
Talking Black.
making up for the 2 weeks gone, man. So
Yeah,
go ahead,
man.
man.
Hey, find me on the Token Black Guy. You find me here Wednesday nights, Sunday nights on Robert Storm's channel. Thanks for having me as always. Really appreciate it, man.
No problem, man.
Peace.
Thank you for making time.
All right, boys. I'll catch y'all later.
Later, DJ.
Yep.
Okay.
We'll go for another 5 minutes. Round it off at 2 hours.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Y'all know now. What's it? Breaking news: John DeMonge has left directing Blade. Bro,
Yep,
that's
we were
like
talking
their
about
third director.
Yeah, we talked
Yeah.
about that earlier. And
Yeah.
I feel
And-
bad for I feel bad for Mahershala Ali, man, because I think he put a lot of time and work into that, and I don't know whether or not it's going to pay off. So
You
I
know
feel
why?
bad
You
for
know
him.
why this is happening, right?
No,
Because
Like-
Wesley Snipes needs to be played. That's why this is happening. And I don't care how he look. You can get him on the right diet, get him swole again, and put him in these movies, or make him old man Blade.
The question.
Go
okay.
ahead.
Okay. No, I was gonna say the question is, will he want to put in all that work? I'm gonna have to put some zeros in that paycheck.
I'm just gonna say this, bro. Blade was one of the first to make superhero movies look legit.
It
You know
saved
how-
Marvel. It saved Marvel.
He did. And think
Yeah.
about it. Before that, Marvel movies were looked upon as cheesy.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah.
So I
What,
think
what was the first Marvel movie?
First?
it
Oh my
wasn't the
God.
first MC. Oh, I thought you said it was the first Marvel movie.
No,
I'm
the
saying,
first
what-
Marvel movie ever. Wasn't it the Incredible Hulk? After the series?
Talking about
Is
Ang
it?
Lee?
No,
No. the
I
first
think he.
Hulk, the series, they actually came
No.
out with the movie. On
I ain't
TV.
talking about the MCU movie.
Oh,
I'm talking about the first Marvel movie.
he right though. But
I
think
think-
about it, Bosco. You had
Are you talking about the Trial of the Incredible Hulk?
Maybe.
Are you talking about?
Don't
No,
remember
check
the
this out.
title.
It was
You
the
got-
Return of the Incredible Hulk, the Trial of the Incredible Hulk, and the Death of the Incredible Hulk.
But
That's
watch
what-
this. You had movies like this before all that too. You had that cheesy Fantastic Four movie that Marvel denied happened.
Yeah.
That movie.
I,
was
I,
trash.
I would deny it too.
Then you had that cheesy Captain America movie that came out. Remember that joint?
Yeah, it was the TV shows was better than that.
Then you had that Nick Fury movie with David Hasselhoff in it.
That was crap.
So that's what I'm saying. Blade, Wesley Snipes, he set off everything in Marvel,
Yes.
bro.
Yeah. Because
But-
DC was hurting during that time, I believe. I think DC
Yeah.
wasn't doing so well with was it Batman and Robin, I think, during that
Batman
time?
and-
I think
yeah.
it was.
Because
Yeah.
Batman, DC had it for a while
Mhm.
because they
You
was
know what?
putting out quality until that Batman.
Because of
and Robin
Batman
show.
89. Yeah.
Guy Scar did. I mean, not guy, but Terrence did it right. You remember that old cheesy Doctor Strange movie came on TV?
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Oh, yeah, I got.
It looks like he painted his lines with a paintbrush.
Bro, this Doctor Strange TV show
But
is
I'm
crazy.
just saying, if they gonna do all this Deadpool and Wolverine, show some respect to Wesley Snipes.
I agree with you on that.
There was a rumor that he was supposed to be in it as a variant, right?
He need to be.
Yeah,
He need to be.
that would be kind of cool.
He said
But-
that. He said all this off, man.
Mm-hmm. Howard the Duck.
Oh
He
yeah,
said
Howard the Duck. Howard the
That
Duck was another Marvel
What
movie.
was that? Howard the Duck came out in what, 80, 86?
And that was one of the worst movies known to man.
I have it on DVD.
Remember that song, Howard the Duck?
1986. I was right. 1986.
Howard the Duck.
I remember my wife put it on when my kids were younger, thinking it was like, oh, it's Howard the Duck. I remember this. And then she's like, oh no.
Oh yeah,
the first nudity scene. Oh
yeah, you got Duck showing boobs on there.
yeah,
You
exactly.
can't show that to no kids, man.
My wife was like, I didn't remember that. What's this? Is this the
This
freaking
is trash. Let's see what this all about.
Oh, this cannot be! I am Kali, goddess of destruction. I am Lilith, queen of demons, end of the flesh, and I am Ishtar, bloody
Ooh, thank you, Wesley Snipes, for saving us from this trash.
That's Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
That's Doctor Strange, 1978, buddy.
Thank you, Wesley Snipes.
Doctor Strange, 1978, the first live-action adaptation of Sorcerer Supreme and Easter Eggs of the Multiverse of Madness.
wow.
Hey,
We've come a long way.
now this is a
That
hot
changed
take.
my age, bro. I was 8 years old when that came out.
This is a hot take. I'm gonna pull a Danny.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange Part 2 was fire.
I like it.
I loved it. I loved it.
Multiverse of Madness.
I can
I'm
watch
pumped.
that over and over, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of people hate that movie.
I did a video. Let's see. I think
didn't like-
Guyscar agrees with me, but I don't know if you do, Fredo. Doctor Strange let Iron Man die.
I got one even better than that. If it wasn't for Star-Lord, we wouldn't even have the blip.
Yes, the fucking idiot.
Star-Lord is the reason why everybody died, bro.
Yeah.
Because they had the glove off.
Yeah.
They had
Yeah.
the glove off. He
Yeah.
went fool about Gamora.
Yeah.
And plus, why couldn't Doctor Strange do the same thing to Thanos like he did to Dormammu?
If they have a because I know they're trying to come out with a Star-Lord solo movie, they need to be on his tail. Like, bro, you the reason why we in this mess right now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's your fault.
I don't
Yeah.
like. I never did like
Tony,
that character.
Tony said it. Don't do it. Don't do it. We almost got it off. We
Yep.
almost got it off.
Yeah.
And they had it
Yeah.
off. Him and Spider-Man had it
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
Thanos' fingertips were still in
Yeah.
the base of
Yeah.
the glove.
Bro,
Yeah.
I would
I
have
rewatched that on my flight to the Dominican Republic. I
Bro, after
rewatched
seeing that-
Infinity War and Endgame.
after seeing that blip, bro,
Yeah.
and I was still left, I would have took out Star-Lord, bro. You the reason why half the planet is dead. My kid
should've
gone.
They should have throw you over the cliff.
But
For the
I
Soul
think
Stone.
was he in the blip too?
No,
He
wasn't in the blip.
he blipped.
Oh, he was in the blip.
Yeah, he was in the
he
blip.
blipped.
Well,
5
it's
years.
his fault.
Yep.
He deserved to be blipped.
I don't think none of the
It was
Guardians
a
of the
5-year
Galaxy,
timeout.
except Gamora.
But
Not
bro,
Gamora, but
this is what I wanted
her
to know.
sister.
This is what I wanted. And Marvel never did go deep into this. They could have started a whole new phase, phase 5 or whatever. They didn't tell us why the people got blipped, and they didn't show us what happened after the blip. Now I know y'all saying Falcon and Winter Soldier, but what I'm saying is, I want to see a whole movie where
The 5 years without them.
no, when you have motherfuckers come back and you be like, no, freaking, this my house. No, this my
Yeah.
house. That's my
They-
daughter. You know what I'm saying? And then it's just chaos. And
Yeah,
the
they mentioned
Avengers-
it they mentioned it in Falcon and Winter Soldier. The whole
Yeah. That's
that
why
whole
she was
situation.
fighting so hard.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
you had that
but
terrorist.
that should have been a whole movie,
type
though.
woman.
That
Yeah.
should have been a whole.
Yeah,
a whole-
I agree with you. I think
Yeah.
Danny and I said that at one point that they could have made Falcon and Winter Soldier a movie
yeah.
and make it more put
I'm
in more of
curious
a
to
budget
see
and more
how-
of a show series.
I'm curious to see how is he gonna be able to carry it, or is he gonna get hate from people?
Bro,
He-
with all these reshoots, I don't know, bro.
and that's the thing. We have Esposito now that's in Brave New World, right? And so the rumor is he gonna be
He should-
Oliver
he should
Trask?
He should
And
bring
this-
enough. He should bring enough cachet to help him out.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, the rumor is that he might be Bolivar Trask in this.
I don't want him to see. I don't want him to do this, man. Because I like that theory that Black Magneto and Professor
Oh,
X
that ain't gonna happen, bro.
No, he isn't Magneto.
That's not gonna
He
happen.
is some kind
No,
of.
I'm saying I don't want him to do that because I want
okay.
that to survive.
I got a feeling. Now, this just me, and this ain't nowhere else online. I got a feeling he gonna be Mephisto, bro.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't think.
I
don't think they're gonna go that way. They don't have the balls to do it,
bro. This reason why I'm saying this.
Yeah.
The caliber actor,
he can pull it off.
Bro, Giancarlo is top tier
100%.
actor.
Yep.
I think he gonna be bigger than what we think he gonna be. You know what I'm saying? I think
pull it off.
I think he gonna be Mephisto, bro.
So you don't think if he's Bolivar Trask, it wouldn't be fitting for him?
That's too ordinary of a character, though.
I don't think it's a big enough character. Like
it's not big enough. It's not big enough. I think he gonna be one of the motherfuckers and like
and then he's gonna be like,
it.
oh, you're gonna see this red freaking type of vapor coming off, and he's like,
and he gonna be putting stuff together like evil stuff behind the scenes, like a Palpatine. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
That's just me.
All right, you're selling it on me. You're selling it on me.
That's just
me. Like I was selling you. Keep watching Acolyte.
Yeah, you got me, bro. I'm gonna keep watching.
Oh my gosh, man. Oh man, Fatal, thank you for jumping on today, man.
No problem,
bro. Enjoyed it, bro.
Tell the people where they can find you, man.
You can find me on the Fatal J channel where I talk about bow-legged midget strippers, I talk about Pee Wee Herman, and I talk about Steve Urkel. Come check it out.
Awesome, man. Ostinator, thank you for being with us, man.
Yeah,
man. You know, you didn't have to take Danny's stay silent treatment. You know, you could have jumped on anytime you want, buddy. You know that.
Oh no, that's fine. Yeah, I have my own channel. I haven't been doing a lot on it. Maybe I'll do stuff eventually. You can find me on the Cool Kids channel. Sometimes we review movies. You can usually find me here on Wednesdays. The Hangout, and you can find me on Robert Storm's channel, Storm's Nation.
Awesome.
Thanks for having me on, man.
Thank you for being here, man. It's good to have you back.
Thanks, man.
And also, G Major, man, I hope you're feeling well, brother. I know you're listening. He's been feeling under the weather. And Danny.
What up? You can catch me on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays on my show, The Road to Wisdom. I'm also on this show on Wednesday nights. Sometimes I jump on Onzo's show, OOC. And of course, on Sunday nights, I'm on Storms Live, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Definitely thank you, man. Very good conversation tonight. Appreciate Fatal jumping in, man.
Of course. Yeah, appreciate that. And also, guys, we lost a YouTuber. I've jumped on his stream a few times. And super nice guy. First time I ever jumped on his stream, and I just did a regular chat saying first time here and stuff. He welcomed me. Clobber in time. Sucks, man. Sorry for the family. Prayers out to them. Yeah, real life stuff, man. We're not all immortal. So saying that, guys. Yeah, go ahead.
Rest in peace to him, and rest in peace. We lost another YouTuber, Benny from Comic Historian. We lost him too.
I didn't know him.
Yeah. If anybody know anything about Comic Historian, that's like getting the clip notes to all the comic books out there. Marvel, DC, whatever. Like if you want to say, hey, I want to see what the Killing Joke is all about. Type in Comic Historian Killing Joke. He gonna give you the whole rundown about the comic book without you even buying it. So rest in peace to him, and prayers to him and his family.
Amen to that. And before I leave, Terrence says, guys who are giving John Caller Agent Zero is bad because he deserves better than that. So Agent Zero. Okay. Let's look into that. I don't know who Agent Zero is. And then he says, later, fellas. Later, everybody. Thank you for watching. Everybody on the replay, make sure you hit that like and retweet this or reshare it. And thank you for joining us tonight. And saying that, we are out of here until la semana que viene. Adiós, muchachos.